Welcome back to the Chick and the Duck podcast with myself, Fry, and my brother Micah, where we talk about anything and everything revolving pop culture, but mostly movies. And if you're watching this on video, I'm adjusting my camera. Today we got a good episode. Talk what we've been watching. We're gonna review Netflix's new movie May December. Lots of news. Some way more interesting than others. Some really good trailers. And then there's a few non movie news that we got just with football and just pop culture, video games in general. Should be good. So, but Micah, how's the week been? What have you been up to? I know last night was a busy night for you with Christmas stuff, but
Yeah. Um, I have a pretty much 1 day recap. Um, I don't even remember what I did, to be honest,
you
other
just
than
work
basketball practice. But
and
Tuesday,
you
so
had a game.
I didn't go to the game.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you worked.
I
That's
worked.
lame.
Yep.
That sucks.
So yeah, I don't even remember what I did Tuesday, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Did something.
Mhm.
That was my only day. That was one of my 2 days off.
Mhm.
Um, and then I worked. Yep.
Yep.
Crazy.
Busy.
Super busy.
Yeah, Christmas. I'm like I obviously you don't deliver for me, but like I'm part to blame for your job. The amount of
Yeah.
things I've ordered on Amazon the last week is absurd.
Yeah.
So,
I'm delivering. It's pretty crazy. Um, we have a really high package count,
mm.
um, but low stop numbers or low stops.
Oh, does that mean a lot of people are buying a lot of
For the
things?
for the most part, yeah. Which means that you're delivering which it's considered like an event for the route that you have if it's like 5 packages or over.
Okay.
Normally, you're delivering like so many that are like 5 to 10
Mm-hmm.
packages at a single place, which is pretty insane.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
And then Saturday was pretty bad.
Just busy.
Uh, yeah, like 300 packages.
Holy crap.
Uh, my entire van was full. I didn't have any walking room in the back of it to start the day out.
Interesting.
Uh, yeah, so usually I'll have like 15-inch totes and like 20 overflows, like an average. I feel like for most people.
Mm-hmm.
That day, Saturday, I had 21 totes and 40 overflow.
Jeez.
So
That's a lot.
insanity, and there's not enough time to load stuff like that, so all my overflow was like pretty much mixed up quite a
Mm.
bit. And so getting to stops, dude, like searching through at the very beginning through 40 overflow packages for things that are like 60 pounds and
Oh my
giant, and
gosh.
so like trying to pull out like a 5 foot by like a 5 by 1 foot like box,
Mm-hmm.
like long box, tall box, and then that's like in the middle of all the 40 packages that weighs like 60 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. Um, and that day I had 300 packages and 100, over 150 stops.
Mm-hmm.
So that day's pretty terrible. And it started off awful too. I mean, beyond the not getting to load things correctly to make
Right.
it easier,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I only did like 4 stops in the first hour because the first stop was like away from my other stops for whatever reason,
Mm.
which is wrong or whatever. It's like right next to the second stop, but then it's like a 12-minute drive because you can't go directly next to it.
Mm.
Um, and then my second stop, this lady was outside and then wanted my advice for her issues with another Amazon driver, saying that she caught him trying to steal a package
Oh jeez.
that marked as delivered and took a picture of it, and then she caught him walking back to the van with the package,
And
and
he
then
what did he
con-
do?
confronted him, and he was like, "Oh, it's for another house." It's like it's the wrong house, and then she was like, it's for blah blah. And then he's like, yeah, that's like that's his house. And then he goes, oh, well, it's not. It doesn't have your name on it. And she's like, what name's on it? And he's like, oh, I can't tell you that. And then she took the package and had her name on it and different stuff. And she told him that she got the confirmation, like the notification or whatever, that her package got delivered. And and so she was like, I don't know what to do. Blah blah blah. It was like, well, unfortunately, people steal packages,
That's a
and
thing. People do that.
Amazon drivers, yeah, they definitely do that.
I guess don't
Um,
order anything important enough. Jeez.
yeah, the big thing is too is like you can choose whether to have it shipped in the manufacturer's packaging.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way we know what's in the boxes. It's like if it
Mm.
comes in the box that the manufacturers put it in, and they
Yeah.
don't put it in its own Amazon box.
Yeah.
Um, which she said that it was. She said that it was in the manufacturer's packaging. So like I delivered two packages to her. One of the things was Huggies in the
Mm-hmm.
manufacturer's packaging. So I knew what
Yeah.
it was. It's like
Yeah.
so if I had kids and I wanted free diapers, I would know what that package is. But then she got
Oh,
like a $300 coffee grinder.
that's
That's what
what
she
it
was talking
was.
about. No,
Oh.
she got like a $300 coffee grinder from me,
Uh
but it
huh.
was in a box. I didn't even know it was in there, but she was talking about it, and she was like, opened the box. She was like, I wonder if this is it, and she's like, oh yeah, this is it. But
While
like I would
she's
have never.
talking to you, she just opened the box. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. She's like brought a wagon out, and then was like opening her boxes in front of me while talking to me, and like all this stuff. I was there for like 15 minutes.
Was she like nice? Was it like a when you like get a nice customer, it's like a kind of breath of fresh air, like kind of just or was it
Yes and
like a
no. I mean,
burden?
she was nice, but it was very much a burden because I needed to work.
Oh, I see. I
It was
see. I
my
see.
second stop, and I spent 15 minutes there and usually I'll spend like a minute and a half at a location.
Right.
And so
No pogue.
that sets you back. It makes your day longer. It makes you not get no flow. And then the next stop I went to was the one that I was searching for like 10 minutes for that one overflow package in the middle of
Mm-hmm.
all my overflow packages that was massive. And so I ended up doing, yeah, like I said, 4 stops in an hour. And usually in an hour, I do like 30,
Oh, jeez.
25, 30 stops in an
Yeah.
hour.
Uh huh.
So sets back, sets back a lot.
Yeah.
I worked over 10 hours that day. So,
Jeez.
which, it's supposed to be like 10-hour days, but you don't really ever work the 10-hour days. So it's not even like I got paid overtime.
Mm.
I just worked over 10 hours and had a really long day and got paid the same for it.
But that was Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking to mom and dad about all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. That sucked. And then yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
helped out with the Christmas lights for a
On the
while.
house.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Did that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then watched most of the Eagles Niners game
Bro,
till it got really out of hand.
I don't understand the NFL, but we can get there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we decorated the Christmas tree
Yeah,
and did and watched White Christmas
of
and
course.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, and I guess I played 3 games of Fortnite and it sucks.
Little hit all F4. That's hilarious.
Yep.
That is very funny. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've been sick. Like I was sick this last week still. Like Tuesday I was really dead. Saturday I was really, really dead. Um, but I mean, I think we watched football on Thursday with Brian and Kayla because Seahawks were playing. Um, so that was fun, I guess. I mean, I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I'm definitely not a Cowboys fan. But I don't know. Some of the Cowboys players are kind of likable, so it's like kind of difficult. Like before, it was like nobody on the Cowboys was likable. Like when Romo was there, it's like, wow, these guys suck. But like CeeDee Lamb and like uh even Dak's a little likable. But what's the tight end's name? He's a freaking dog.
Ferguson or whatever.
Ferguson, yeah, Jake Ferguson. He's likable. Micah Parsons, clearly, So it was like fun to watch. Um, but Went and saw a couple movies Friday, like in theaters, which I'll talk about. Got my brakes fixed, which is nice. Not for my wallet. That sucked. We booked our Airbnb for September next year. And the smallest Airbnb I think I've ever found. It's like a studio, like a true studio. Like there's a bathroom attached, but it's like there's a couch, a bed, and a kitchen in the entire room. But it was $500 for 7 days. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so I spent a lot of time planning that, and then I presented to Jenna. I was like, "How's this?" And she's like, "That sounds fun." So we're gonna go to Disneyland for a day. We're gonna go to Universal Studios for a day. We're gonna go to the Warner Brothers tour. We're gonna go to the Academy Awards Museum, the Oscars Museum. Go to the beach, do a bunch of stuff. I was looking at like, because it was right by our birthday. I was looking at expensive dinners. I was like, no, like the place like Nobu, they all like famous people go to. But I don't know, just go somewhere nice. But so plan that, book that. It costs like $500 to go to Disney for a day.
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
for two people, but um, what else? I don't think I did much else. I mean, I wasn't like I had youth group and stuff, and um, my fantasy football team's just over, which is
Yeah, you're out.
yeah, dude. My week this week is just unbearably bad. Um,
I'm still killing it.
yeah,
I had a bad week, and even had someone like Dalton Schultz was he got uh ruled out
uh huh.
like late Saturday
Yeah,
while I was working, so I didn't even see it, and he's still in my lineup. I didn't even do anything with that, so I'm missing, and not the greatest week. Uh, uh, Debo saved me.
Devo went crazy.
I still would have
Um,
won. I still would have won, but he made me have an actual like all right week. But
yeah.
I'm going to. I mean, 9-4, second place.
Your team's really good. Bride's team's really good, and Wiley's team's really good right now. These three
Yes.
are who's on
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, I'm 3-9 at the moment, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Time to sit in an IHOP for 24 hours. That'd be crazy. That'd be actually. I should do it. I should be like, I'm gonna go do it. I would like bring my computer and just sit there.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I'd just sit and watch movies, like ordering food. Um, there's other things I feel like I've done. I just don't remember them, so they clearly weren't as eventful. I played basketball yesterday, which was fun. I was so exhausted. Um, I played, it was great, super fun. Came home, talked
Mm-hmm.
to Jenna, showered, and then I came into the office, and my phone was like dying, and I laid on the floor, like right over here, and had my phone plugged in, and it was 9:30. I fell asleep on the floor. Woke up
Nice.
at 1:30 on the floor, and I was like, really? I mean, I was dead. I should have got in bed. Clearly, I thought I was just laying down because Pogue was down there, so I was like trying to play with him like for a sec, and just I was on my phone, but I was just like laying down. Sometimes it's comfortable to lay on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I passed the heck out, and so I slept like 12 hours last night because
Wow.
I got up at 1. I guess not 12 hours, not quite. Got up at 1:30, went into bed. I think I watched an episode of Psych, and then because I like woke up and I gave myself a little bit of energy, and then fell asleep and woke up at like 8:30. Um,
Wow.
I mean, my body was like, "Screw you, you loser. Go, go sleep." What is this? Hello Fresh. What the? Oh. But yeah, so dead. But overall, there's like more upcoming things that I'm excited about than was eventful this last week. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for Christmas. I've been buying a lot of Christmas gifts. I think the gifts I got you are really cool.
Yeah.
One is like creative, and I think that like it's not something you would expect, and I think it's really cool. I showed Elijah, so hopefully he doesn't spill the beans, but I don't think he will because I don't think he can quite process what it is. The other thing is like just like a thing I found, but um, got some cool things for mom. Like I got her uh, a bookmark because she reads obviously a lot, like a loser. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bookmark with Grandma Sue's picture on it, and on the back and engraved. I couldn't think of anything Grandma Sue said all the time that Mom told us besides "Don't use your teeth." So it says "Don't use your teeth" on the back. It's like a metal bookmark, and
Yeah.
like another. It's like a photo of us like dancing at my wedding, but like and it's the lyrics of the song we danced to. And Dad, obviously, I got him the Baycott stuff. I got Elijah's thing today. All four Ninja Turtles action figures from the new movie. I like was like looking and I was like, none of these like look like yeah, I know he wants these. They're on his wish list, but I just like, yeah, I don't feel it. And I was like, oh, I forgot he thinks Ninja Turtles are like the coolest thing ever right now. So
Yeah.
but yeah, buying Christmas presents so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
It really is.
but yeah, that's my week. Uneventful. I need to do something. Like it's just
Nice. Me too.
um first thing we'll talk about as much as we want to, but it is the Spotify Wrapped. Oh, and I don't know what's Apple Music Rewind. Is that what it's called?
Replay.
Replay. Apple Music Replay. Um. So
Oh yeah.
well, I obviously have more information because I have podcasts as well. Um. I also have some information on our podcast. Fun fact. Um. But so top artists, top songs, minutes, and top genre. I think we should go through, and then I'll give my podcast as well.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go first?
Yeah. I mean, let's see. This is the first time I've even looked at this.
How many minutes? That's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm literally most curious about.
I gotta go through the. It sucks that it doesn't lay out everything. There's a highlight reel, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's like a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I listened to I listened to 100,874 minutes of music.
Wow, that's a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah. Then let's see. I think the rest is just on this. I listened to 1,200 total artists.
Okay.
And then my top 5 artists. My number one artist is obviously Zach Bryan. I listened to him for 28,000 minutes.
That's almost as much as my total year. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Then Flatland Cavalry, I listened to for 10,000 minutes. Then a band called Watch House. It's like a duo. It's a husband and
Mm-hmm.
wife.
Yeah.
For 6,000 minutes, Coulter Wall for 4,000, and Charles Wesley Godwin for 3,000.
Mm.
And there's more, but I don't think it's gonna let me. There's like they added more to it, but I can't switch to the different things on my computer, so that's cool. Maybe if I go full screen. Oh yeah, and then Noah Khan 6, Charlie Crockett 7,
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles 8, Cody Johnson 9, Ryan Bingham 10,
Mm.
11 Camp, 12 Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now my top songs.
Just give me 5.
Yeah. Number 1, Summertime's Clothes, Zach Bryan.
Okay.
Number 2, Ticking, Zach Bryan.
Nice.
Number 3, Overtime, Zach Bryan.
Shocking.
Number 4, East Side of Sorrow, Zach Bryan.
Wow.
Number 5, Holy Roller, featuring Sierra Farrell, Zach Bryan.
Crazy.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
mean it's because they don't track. So one of the main problems with the Apple Music replay thing is that like things like this. So uh, a top album and top song,
mm-hmm.
it only happens like when you play it specifically from like its album,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah.
Like it only counts whether I'm listening to the album if I actually go to his album and play it.
Yeah.
And it only counts the songs that every time I listen to the song. I think it doesn't count it if it's like just plays on a playlist.
Oh, okay.
But the reason why those are my top songs is because
Yeah.
it's my top album and I just
Yeah.
listened to it all the way through
Yeah.
for like a total of like
A lot.
I don't even know what that would be. It's how many songs are
On
on it?
in deep set.
16? Yeah, so 16 songs, right?
Yeah. Well, you could see how long.
That's 296 times.
If that's the only album you listen to of his, obviously.
Yeah.
But
So, but my top albums were Zach Bryan, self-titled, Flatline Cavalry, Wandering Star, Boys of Faith EP, American Heartbreak, Welcome to Countryland, Flatland, Homeland Insecurity, Flatland, Stick
mm-hmm.
Season, Will All Be Here Forever, Noah Khan, which I'm surprised isn't higher, honestly. But
Yeah.
and then Family Ties by Charles Wesley Godwin. Those are like the notable ones.
Nice.
Top genres. Number one's obviously country.
Yeah.
Um, just like pretty broad, uh, all encompassing. I feel like it's like yeah, country, but then like also I feel like my top artists aren't very country. They're just all considered country.
Yeah. Like yeah, I get that.
Like Zach Bryan, like Flatland Cavalry is not very country. And then No Con, Watch House, they're not country at all. Like I wouldn't even consider them country, but I'm pretty sure some of their stuff's tagged country. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. It's very country blends so much with like different alternative indie kind of music.
Right.
But my second Americana, sure that's like Flatland's fault.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very Texan. So
Yeah.
Texan alternative, singer songwriter, alternative, and rock.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
Is there
think
anything else?
next year will be the true testament of my taste in music. Because this year is like it's still there, but I don't know, man. So
Yeah, I mean, this is like the first year I've had quite a bit of repeaters.
yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah, but then again, I think next year, if it's like, if it's in the same people, I think I've found or similar like styles, of music, things like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
it kind of solidifies it.
Right.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So I mean, I listen to 40,000 minutes of music. Which is I just checked. I listened to 19,000 last year, so I have doubled my music consumption.
You doubled it. See, I think
Uh,
I listened to less than 50
yeah, but
last year.
to be fair,
And
your end of year is kind of bonkers with your job.
it is true.
Um, I
Yeah.
hate my top artists. Like I like two of them are like I feel like are accurate. I guess I don't know. Zach Bryan's my number one. I without a doubt listen to him. It's like 6,000 minutes I listen to him. NF number two. And like, what really bugs me about this is like I listen to artists more consistently throughout the year. I listen to podcasts more than music as well. But there are like months where like I only listen to this person because of a specific reason, and they're in my top art. I'm like, this is stupid. Okay, like
Yeah, so I agree. That's
I hate
like
that.
that's like one issue that like sucks.
Ah,
And there's people, I mean, and uh like with Zach Bryan
yeah,
for me, like his songs being like all my top songs, like it completely took over. It's like literally everything. It's just the entire album because I played the album so much.
yeah,
But I only played the album that much. It was like every single day on repeat at work for 10
for
hours a day for for like a month maybe,
Yeah.
and then I haven't barely listened to it since then because I
Other
overplayed it for myself, and then other stuff came out, and so it's like, I can guarantee that you could find songs that I listened to for the like for like 8 months pretty
hmm
consistently, but it just didn't reach that number because I didn't stick it on repeat.
Yeah, like so my number 2 artist is NF, which make I mean he's been my number 1 artist every year the last, however many years. But his album came out and I went to his concert. Like if he didn't have a concert, I just don't listen to him very often. Like every once
Yeah.
in a while I get in a phase, like it's like a week I'll listen to it. I get in phases of like a week unless it's like something has happening. My number 3 is King's Kaleidoscope, who I kind of listen to still. I love them. Love them, okay? But they had a new album I anticipated that came out in January, and they had another one in April, and I listened to that quite a bit when those just came out. Andy Mineo, I don't know how he's on here. Like I still think Andy Mineo is like one of the best rappers. I think he's great. I just don't remember listening to him.
Yeah.
So, and then 5 is Metro Boomin, because when the Spider-Verse soundtrack came out, I listened to that for like a month straight. So like my top songs were like, this is funny, 9 Ball, Sarah's Place, and Boys of Faith were my top 3. Which I love them. I think 9 Ball is one of the best Zach Bryan songs. We've talked about this. I don't know how it wasn't. I don't know how it wasn't ticking every time I turned on that dang album. I would press ticking.
Ticking every time, but
my number 4 is NF's song Hope, which I guess I just listened to a lot that month.
it's funny.
And then Annihilate and the Spider-Verse soundtrack, which I'm not mad at. It's a great song, but it's just weird.
It is a good song. It's funny.
My top genre was rap though. Piss. I hate it. I'm not happy. But and then podcast wise, the Escape Pod podcast was my number 1. I think just barely. I'm because
That'd probably be my number 1 podcast. I've watched like 8 episodes of theirs, but I also watch on YouTube. So
are they okay? They're annoying sometimes. Like I like them. Like let's hypothetically say that sometime they ever listen to this. Like it'd be fun to like put them on if they could come on our podcast. It'd be fun because they're funny. Like they're just so but they say things for not for clicks. I don't think they're trying to get attention, but they definitely like
they do have some opinions.
They orchestrate chaos and it's just entertaining. So like they're just so casual listening for me. My number 2 was the Real Talk podcast, which I love as well. They're both 2 very different movie podcasts, but I averaged it out. Real Talk like released like 52 episodes last year, right? And so that's like they average about 2 hours, and that's like 7,000 minutes. Plus they do like 2 extra hours of other episodes every week. So there's like 4 hours of episodes every week that I listen to, and that's like over almost like that's it's right around the same amount. But the number 3 for me was Colin and Samir. I love them like a lot, so it makes sense. Mm-hmm. 4 was Andrew Schultz's podcast because it's my favorite comedy podcast. And then number 5 was Blake's Takes, just another movie podcast that apparently I didn't know I listened to that much. I just listened to, last like 2 months I started listening to him. But yeah, so nothing like super crazy. But then there's 4 people in this world that our podcast is their number 1 podcast. 4 people.
Wow.
I don't know who. Our followers increased by 69% this year. And then that our top country was the United States. Like that's all the information I have. So
how many streams do we have?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me
You're
that.
telling me we don't have 100 million streams this year?
No, we didn't quite make it.
Darn.
I could tell you how many streams we have. That doesn't come in the Wrapped. That just is our analytics.
Yeah. It comes in artist Wrapped, but
yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Minutes listened to would make more sense, but streams doesn't really make sense for a podcast because people aren't listening to episodes over and over.
Yeah, Our most. Oh, do you want to know? Oh, here. There's a couple other things I didn't add. So, our, it tells us our most streamed episode. The whole like percentage wise, the whole year. Let's see. It's loading the. It's doing the animation, of course.
Oh, of
You're
course.
wrapped. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's hear it. Hurt by Johnny Cash was our number one episode this year. I don't remember what like what it is. Like I don't remember what we talked about.
What episode is that?
Season 3, episode 16.
Oops.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Season
13,
3.
14, 16. Okay.
I'm up. Episode 16. You can only have so many. There it is.
It's literally nothing crazy.
DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
Maybe that. Justin Jefferson.
Sad movies. Justin Jefferson.
That 90s show. Dude, I don't know. There's nothing really.
There's
there.
literally nothing interesting here. Like sad movie draft. I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, so that was our number one episode.
Oscar nomination? Yeah, dude, I don't know.
It was streamed 174% more than our average. Whatever that means.
I watched some pretty popular things. The Boys and Last of Us. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And I don't even like that cover, so why are people clicking on it?
23% of our new listeners came from that episode. They said, "This is good. I want more."
I guess maybe the title was interesting. It was a good title.
We were streamed in 3 countries.
Alexa, play Hurt by Johnny Cash. Pretty good title. That's interesting. I want to know why that's getting played.
Oh, so you want to know our listeners' top podcast genres? This is interesting, I think. There's three top genres. Do you have any guesses?
No.
So number 3 is TV and film. Okay. Number 2 is news. And number 1 is
TV movie news.
Number 1 is comedy.
Yeah, we're hilarious.
Apparently.
Obviously.
Number 1 comedy podcast. Oh, you want to know? Oh, this is funny too. Our listeners' top music genres, according to Spotify.
I mean, I would say that's got to be country.
Country's number 3.
Yeah. Maybe gospel.
No gospel.
Wow.
Bunch of non-Christians out here. Number one's an obvious one, like a very popular genre.
It's probably rap. Then.
It's rap. And number 2 is a popular genre as well, just not our. No.
Electronic, like EDM.
No, it's pop.
It's just pop.
Which just doesn't fit at all.
I don't really listen to pop music.
This year you turned your camera on. We released it tells us that. You made 37 video episodes. Crazy.
Also, you want to know I just realized about our most popular episode?
What?
And our title? Well, we did a sad movies draft.
Yeah.
So then that's why I did Hurt. Alexa, play Hurt by Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
It is also the episode that we talked about DeMar Hamlin getting hurt.
I didn't even realize that.
I didn't realize it until I was looking at it. I was like, that's awkward.
22 people. We were in their top 10 podcasts.
Okay.
Top 5.
Who listens to more than 10 podcasts in a year?
In the top 5, 15 people.
See, that's good. People can listen to more than 5 podcasts.
Drum roll, please. And then, 4 fans. Top number 1 podcast. I just don't know who. That's what I want to know.
I can tell you who. Mom.
Does Mom listen to it?
Dad. Doesn't matter. Do they listen to any other podcast?
That's true.
If they listen to one episode this year, It is their number one podcast.
But do they listen to it on Spotify?
I guess that's true.
Yeah, Mom.
They don't.
They wouldn't. No. So they're out. Maybe. So my friend Mike. Karina was.
Don't they use? They only use Spotify.
I have no idea.
They posted raps like Addy, right?
Addie did.
Yeah, Karina did too. So I think Karina uses Spotify also.
Okay.
So it might be Karina. Jackson probably, yeah.
Jackson, yeah.
He uses Spotify, so
maybe my friend Michael, the worship pastor, he listens to us. I just don't know what he uses.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
It's
interesting.
Do you know what I always try to imagine? I try to imagine there's like one really famous person, like really, really famous, that just is their guilty pleasures listening to two random brothers talk about movies. That's what I think.
I love to hear the peasants talk about their issues.
Yeah. Just like
not even like famous. Not even someone famous. I hope that like we're in 3 countries. I hope some foreign like prince or something listens to our podcast.
That'd be great.
What are these guys doing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to go to like our regular statistics because I can look at countries, like our analytics.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what countries. You know,
yeah, so like
I mean, I want to say obviously it's gonna be like UK, US.
We have 1,000. We have 1,000 plays.
Canada.
We average 5 plays per episode. Cool, and that's just. I think that's just Spotify. Let's see. Where do I go to? Oh, audience. Yeah, this is. I don't know if we ever talked about this. So 87% of our audience is on the U.S. 34% Washington, 23% Texas, 17% Oregon, 13% Virginia, and 5% Utah, and then 1% California.
Okay, so we got Virginians out here. The rest of them are like places we're affiliated with.
But there's less than 1% on a bunch of different places, like a bunch of different states. But 41%,
13% in Virginia is like shout out Virginians, I guess.
I guess is that Addie? Like who is that? But for that 41% Apple Podcasts, 24% Spotify, 13% web browser.
Wait, so we're majority Apple Podcasts.
In the US.
User base.
Oh, you want to know devices? This is interesting.
Yeah, what are you guys watching? Mobile?
65% iPhone.
Yeah, okay, mobile.
13% Mac.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you want to know? You would not ever guess what country is the second. It's 8%.
I don't know.
Germany.
Sweden.
Germany.
Who in Germany is listening to?
There's one.
Shout out to you for learning English and then choosing to listen to two doodadoos.
And also it's in Hesse. I don't HESSE Germany. It's in a German. It's a German state.
You just tried to say a word in German. I think we probably just offended our one German fan.
Yeah, but it's 92% of the Germany. But there's like 4 cities in Germany, 4 places in Germany. There's Hesse. I don't know. There's Baden-Württemberg region, Saxony, and Land Berlin. And they're listening on and then lastly,
what's the third country?
It's the 1%. Everything else, I'll tell you then every other place that someone has at least listened to once, because they're less than 1%. But 1% is France. Weird. Shout out you. But
That's so weird to think about, though.
Here's every other country where someone has listened to our podcast. Okay? Just wild. India, Canada, United Kingdom, Vietnam, Japan, Netherlands, Slovakia, Sudan, Switzerland, Reunion, Italy, Montenegro, and Serbia. So weird.
Interesting.
And then do you want to know?
That is so odd. Okay, but if you're honestly,
This is so funny.
I'm okay. If you're listening to this right now and you've ever watched from Germany or France, I want to know how you found the podcast.
I also just want you at Zachariah Paulson, at M Paulson
M.
with two
Paulson.
N's, at Designed by Mika, at CNTD Pod. DM us. I want to know who you are. Like,
Yeah, I'm really curious to know how you found the podcast, considering like different language.
yeah, we
US,
don't. We also don't.
Not a popular podcast. Like, how do you find that?
And we also don't post on TikTok. Like, if we post on TikTok, I would like get it.
Yeah.
But you want to know
We
our?
don't post anything. We don't post anything that like reaches a wide audience. Like, we don't post reels. We don't post any short form content. We don't post shorts.
If we recorded on what's it called? Not Zencaster, but it's the other one. What's the other one called?
The only other podcasting software thing I ever hear about is Riverside.
Yeah, if we used Riverside, I think that would be. I mean, it would create clips for us, and we could just post them. But it costs
does
like
a lot of things for you.
I'd be probably willing to do it. I don't know if you would, but it's like $20 a month, 10 probably for each of us.
Yeah,
it's a conversation for. I think we should talk about it. Maybe 2024 is the year of Riverside. It'd just be nice, post things. But all right, do you want to know our gender breakdown and age breakdown? This is Spotify only. Okay.
I'd love to know.
0% of our audience is non-binary. That's really interesting. It's kind of funny.
That kind of makes sense.
And we are 71% male audience.
That also makes
28% or 28.6% female. But shout out to 28%. Shout out to the 28 percenters, dude. Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 sets of numbers, right? And I want you to tell me what you think the highest percentage is for age. 0 to 17, 23 to 27, or 35 to 44.
I think the highest percentage is 0 to 17.
It is tied for the lowest, technically.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So then I think it's 23.
Our highest percentage is 35 to 44.
No way.
According to Spotify. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is wild.
It's so funny. Yeah, then it's 23, 27, and 0 to 17 is 28.6%. And then 42.9% is 35 to 44.
0 to 17 should not be a metric that exists, considering most things like that. Like, you can't be. You have to be 13 years to have an email. Which means you're supposed to be 13 years older to have like any kind of account or anything. So really, the metric should be 13 to 17. Otherwise, it's not allowed.
Well, no, because with you can have family plans now, and so like that person's not paying, and they're not under that email, but they get to add a profile. You know what I'm saying? With their age, like you do on like Disney Plus, I think.
Maybe.
But anyway, those are our statistics. So very funny.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Wait, is that in the last 30 days? Oh yeah, that was. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that was the last 30 days.
Oh wow.
Everything's the same country-wise. Yeah, 54% Apple Podcasts, 24% web browser, 13% Spotify.
Yeah, Apple on top, baby.
Our number one.
Tell me Spotify on top.
Our number one age is 18 to 22 with 32%.
Hey, that's a range.
And then 23 to 27 is second, and then 0 to 17 is third, and then 35 to 44 is fourth. And then
There you go. That's accurate.
Then it's 28 to 34, then 45 to 59. Shout out to those people. The male females basically the same, except for we do have a 1.3% non-binary audience, which is wildly shocking. But shout out you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, episode rankings. Hurt by Johnny Cash has 50 plays. Who's listening to that? What happened?
I don't know.
Episode
maybe we went on some tangent, dude. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know why people would click on it. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's got to be the title. I'd click on that title.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like, what are they talking about? What are they yapping about?
But yeah. So maybe we'll do Riverside in the new year and just become wildly popular.
Totally.
Who knows?
That's what we're gonna be up to.
That's our goal. Not really. So this is just something I found interesting. I was listening to Emma Chamberlain on Colin Samir. And she's so fun to listen to. Like, she's so smart. But they were talking about creative hibernation, which we wouldn't do because it's like not something that we could do. Like, we just do a weekly pod. It's not, we're being creative, but it's not like strenuous, you know? But where she was talking about it as if like dropping, if you're writing podcast episodes, if you're creating content, if like designs for you, right? Or if it's like, if I do Redeeming Reels episodes for me, those would be our two spheres. But you do it episodic, right? Where you like create in bulk, and then you have a creative hibernation where you get to, like, when people make a movie and then they release a movie, or people make a TV show, they release a show, and you let it sit with people for however long. Like, I just thought it was an interesting, probably smart thing to do, you know, for your mental state. Because like YouTuber, like if Mr. Beast created a show, right, and then 6 months later he had another one, you know, like that's just I just find that like what Ryan Trahan and like Eric are doing right now. Like, that's interesting to me. Like, because then it's like they could take a huge break. Not that they will, but you know what I'm saying.
But they do usually.
Ryan did.
Eric never does, but I don't know how he does that.
Eric's going bonkers.
He just uploads. Like, he did the 30-day thing with like 2 weeks ago. He finished that.
Yeah, a vlog every.
And now he's already posting the things. I mean, he probably started that like not long after.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So,
Actors on Actors. I've watched Actors on Actors. Have you ever watched it before? They just talk about their movies, but the season 19 comes out tomorrow or the next day. But I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, list of people they paired up together. Cillian Murphy and Margot Robbie, funny. Downey and Ruffalo, Emily Blunt, Anna Hathaway, Emma Stone, Bradley Cooper. Natalie Portman, Paul Mescal, like, so it's just, you know, there's more, but speaking of Margot Robbie, her and Ryan Gosling, remember we've talked about this in the Ocean's 11 prequel. They're set to star as Danny and Debbie Ocean in Jay Roach's prequel. So set during the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix, the pair will teach their children how to steal from the rich. It better be good, because Ocean 11 bangs, so.
Yeah.
And Ocean 12 isn't horrendous. Oh, ow. But, I don't know. Sebastian Stan is set to play a young Donald J. Trump in upcoming film The Apprentice. What do you think about that?
I guess. I don't think they look anything alike.
No.
Like, even when Donald Trump was young.
Jenna's heartbroken.
Why?
Sebastian Stan's like her celebrity crush. She's like, no. Like, literally, like, she's like, why? I'm like, he's just an actor. It's like, fine. She's like, I don't like Donald Trump. I'm like, I don't care. It's just a movie. It's about him not as president, as the boss of this show. Did you see the set photos of Sabretooth in Deadpool?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just cool. You
Yeah.
know, what a way to leak it with his holding his head. I thought that was pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just makes. I mean, it's gonna be rated R. That's cool. That makes me excited.
Yeah.
And they really are just gonna kill the entire Fox universe. Like that's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's the only Marvel movie coming out next year. So or MCU. Netflix and Adam McKay's average height, average build with Robert Pattinson, Robert Downey Jr., and Amy Adams has been canceled. Why? Why do they cancel good things? I mean, not that
I
it
don't
could.
know.
Like, it's such a good cast.
It could have been bad, but yeah.
Yeah, it could have been real bad, but at least it was a good cast. GTA 6 trailer comes out tomorrow. What are your thoughts on this? Just in general. Obviously, we'll have a reaction, maybe next week, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we talked about it a little bit before, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All I said about it before was, it better be good because Fortnite sucks. But no, I mean, I just hope it's good. I do hope it's good. I hope it's really good. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's just my hope. I hope that GTA 6 is everything we ever wanted because, I mean, GTA 5 is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like if you just think about GTA 5, that was 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Still being played.
One of the most popular games still being played. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so if GTA 6 follows that, and it's like just GTA 5, but like insanely better. I mean, that's awesome.
They need to just release a GTA that's like just like Fortnite, where it just consistently updates. In
Which
my
it does update a lot. GTA 5 updates a lot. I mean, they
Oh
add
really?
heists and all different kinds of cars and different things
Oh interesting.
con-
I didn't.
constantly.
Oh well, then
Um,
great.
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, so like, what was that? Like a year ago, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a year ago, GTA 5 RP blew up
Yeah, a
like
year and a half probably.
crazy, and it's still really popular.
Yeah, it's very popular.
I don't watch it. Well, that's not true. I watch Summit a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's like one of the three streamers I'll ever turn on.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
ever watch stream anymore.
um, and he plays sometimes, but I mean, he doesn't really do a lot of RP to be honest.
Mm.
That's like kind of one of his things is that he plays RP, but he never RPs, and people make fun of him for it because he hates
Oh,
RPing
then why does he do it?
because it's modded GTA. So like he
Oh.
does racing and like cars are realistic and like all these different. So he does street racing, like hardcore and different things like that. And so, but my hope is that they add things like that. Like they kind of make it like a GTA 6. Like so basically, I hope that they add a lot of stuff that makes it kind of like GTA 5 modded, where it's like
Mm.
adding different things that you can do, like street racing, like bank heists, like uh, robbing convenience stores, stuff like that. But then make it, more realistic in the sense to like allow people to like play as cops and like do
Mm-hmm.
different things, make it more interesting. And the
Well,
cop system seems like it's gonna be crazy good, which will be awesome. It'll make it really fun for you know
yeah,
for playing and being a criminal because the cops like have the ability to do tons of different crazy things.
that's cool.
Like they have a whole new brand new like AI kind of
Mm.
thing. But they have it stopped it from being like they just shoot you kind of immediately type thing. Um, so it looks like I mean, there are a lot of things that they've shown so far look cool. The graphics look obviously nuts.
Right, they look
Um,
crazy.
Another thing that I think would make it good would be like because they spent so much time on it. I really hope like pretty much the whole city is like a city,
Yeah.
like every building like
Where is it supposed to
explorable.
take place?
I don't remember.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
Um, Modern day Vice City.
Oh, so Miami, right? That's Vice City. Where
Yeah,
is Vice City?
Miami.
Okay, so I thought. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough for me because I don't want to buy it. If I'm just being like, video games just should not cost $60, and this will probably could be more. Like,
Video games costing $60. I mean, it's not that crazy. Because they
like
cost that forever, but now they're costing more. I mean, Lego Star Wars costs like 70.
yeah,
Cyberpunk costs 70.
yeah.
Now they're starting to cost like 80 base, which is just like
And
ridiculous.
I'm just afraid that GTA will cost like at least 100.
Like $100, yeah.
And
Which is like,
I mean, maybe you'll pay for it, which is great. I just won't pay
yeah, and
for it.
I might, but
I just don't play
it
enough
would
video
depend.
games, so I don't know. It's like tough. If it's
It,
just add
it is
in-game
tough.
cosmetics. The model clearly works. If you add
Yeah.
in-game things, it clearly works. Apex does it. Call of Duty does it. Fortnite started it. It's people pay for things if they think it looks
To be
cool.
fair, COD is also expensive.
COD is
MW2 was like $70 also. Or 80. It might even have been 80.
it's ridiculous. I don't get
But obviously Warzone's free. But
it. Anyway, but yeah, so um college football playoff. I don't know why I put CFB, but whatever. College football basketball playoff. College football playoff controversy. So as of today, actually it was yesterday that it happened. The people in the college football, the teams in the college football playoff, it is Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Alabama. Um, Obviously, the main thing being Georgia's not in because they just lost to Alabama, as well as Florida State did not make it, and they are undefeated. I mean, I don't follow college football too much. I'm going to watch it, this at least, because it's interesting.
yeah. I mean, I have both opinions, I feel like, and a lot of people do have both opinions. But I see both sides, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really tough being FSU and being undefeated and not getting in. That like doesn't really happen. Uh, like they fought hard and played well as a team, you know. But they
Yep.
lost their quarterback. They're on a third string quarterback. Uh, and so ultimately, I think they made a business decision to make it the best college football playoff, the most competitive college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Alabama, honestly, should be there. I think that FSU without their quarterback does not deserve to be in the college football playoffs.
And like they beat one top 25 team.
They oh my gosh, yeah. That's the other thing is
They
that their
beat
schedule is atrocious.
they beat LSU like the
The
first game
first
of the
game of the
season.
season. Yeah, the first game of the season. I don't know. So my opinion is like, yeah, they played their butts off and it never happens that undefeated team doesn't go to playoffs. But
Mm-hmm.
I think they would have gotten destroyed.
They would have easily gotten destroyed.
And so I think that the most competitive college football playoffs is the one that we have. And I think it was the correct decision, as much as it sucks for their organization and their players who work
But you know
hard.
what's do you
It's
know what's
correct. I think that's my opinion.
you want to know what's gonna happen though? Alabama's gonna beat Michigan and Texas is gonna beat Washington. Like,
Yeah. I give
because
Texas odds, dude. Texas is kind of crazy.
Texas is good, and
They only lost to Oklahoma. And since they lost to Oklahoma, they've been on an absolute tear.
and they beat Alabama.
Yeah.
And I don't think Washington, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but historically speaking, like, there was the one Oregon Ducks team that went to the championship and they got beat by Auburn. But the Pac, I mean, obviously, it's not the Pac 12 anymore, but Pac 12 does not have, like, Texas and Alabama and Georgia, they have full football team, like full NFL football teams that are just waiting to go to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say that for Washington.
No. Washington, I think, has the potential to be another TCU.
Like killed if they win. Yeah.
I think they will. I think they have a very good chance of getting killed by Texas.
Texas.
And if they don't, I think there's no way they beat Texas. And then if they did beat Texas and they played Michigan or Alabama, I think that they would for sure get killed by
They have
them
a
too.
better shot against Michigan
I think they have the best shot against Michigan. Yeah.
out of all all three
And
teams.
Michigan's definitely good, but
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
I don't know. I have Alabama, Texas probably,
I think that'd be the most fun.
but I think the only game that's up in the air would be Alabama and Michigan. I think it could be Texas Michigan national championship too.
Hey, for sure.
I don't see Washington in the championship.
I don't either. Like everyone's
I just
it just you can think about it logically. It's just not hard to get there with why Alabama's in. They beat the number one team, and they're good, and they're historically good.
It's not hard to see that. Also,
I just
why
don't
don't
care.
why don't you just wait a week to complain? Because guess what? FSU is going to play Georgia, who's the number 6, got the number 6 placement. So if they get killed by Georgia, there's your answer. They were going to get killed by anybody in the college football playoffs. If they don't, then maybe start making your argument. Be like, oh, they
Sure.
deserved it, whatever. But why don't you just wait?
Yeah.
Because there's a very good chance they get absolutely obliterated by Georgia.
Yeah, literally.
So
And this is why the college football playoff needs to be a little bit bigger, but still.
it's getting too big though. Next year it goes to 12 man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People are looking at that and like, in a 12 man, you got like teams like Liberty and the college football playoffs this year, and like that's just not it, dude.
Because
And
Liberty,
also you get buys too. I think 8 teams, no buy. The 2 top teams, why give them a buy? That's just like that's so pointless. Make them play 3 rounds, no buy.
yeah.
Get it done with.
Yeah, Liberty plays Oregon. Dude, that'd be so sick if Liberty beat Oregon, man.
Yeah.
There's probably absolutely no way that happens, but it would be cool nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The playoff will be good. If Washington wins their first game, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, me too.
But
it's in the script.
It's in the script. Michael Penix.
The Pac-12 falls out of existence, but wins their final championship.
I don't understand why the Pac-12 is not a thing anymore. Someone needs to give me information. But NFL, more football. Vikings didn't play, so there's not a lot to talk about for us personally. But the Niners destroyed the Eagles.
Yeah.
Deebo
Samuel destroyed the Eagles.
Yeah. Deebo Samuel.
3 touchdowns, 130 yards.
Went crazy.
He exposed their secondary, which is their big issue. Their secondary is not very good.
Brock Purdy is that guy. I'm sorry.
He's definitely good, yeah.
Like, he just has the best passer. Like, he's first in all these categories in the, like, as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And in the top, like, 10 or 8, maybe, passer rating games, he's, like, got 6 of them or 7 or 5 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Niners are great.
Crazy. The Patriots became the first team in 85 years to lose 3 games in a row, allowing less than 10 points. 1938.
They're so bad.
We didn't even know we were gonna have a World War II.
That's hilarious. It's been before Oppenheimer dropped a bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Patriot. That's crazy.
That was the team, or there was a team. That was the last time a team lost 3 games in a row, allowing less than 10 points scored.
They played the Chargers, right?
6-0.
Abysmal. I didn't watch it.
The Chargers are so awful. They just suck at being good.
Bro, that receiver that they drafted is so unbelievably bad.
Yeah.
Bro.
Quentin Johnson.
And he was the first receiver drafted in the draft this last year.
Yeah.
Puka, Jordan Addison, all these other guys were taken out. Tank Dell. Oh, man, poor Tank Dell. That sucks.
We wanted Quentin Johnson. He was crazy in college.
Well, I'm glad we didn't get him because he sucks.
Me too.
He's really bad. Where did he play?
TCU.
Oh, that's right. Kansas City frauds. They're So they lost to the Packers, dog. The
Oh my gosh, this is
Packers
awesome.
by like how the 9-8? How much did they lose by? Like it's like 27-19. Was
I
it
don't know
20
what it
or was
was.
it 29-19?
Um,
19-27.
yeah, 1927.
Freaking the Packers are 6-6 though, which isn't good for a Vikings fan. But I don't know. I kind of like seeing the Kansas City lose.
Yeah, I didn't know whether or not I wanted to see Kansas City lose more than I didn't want to listen to Chris Collinsworth.
I didn't watch the game, so I bet he was like
Awful. Oh my gosh, dude. Over and over again, he's sitting there like they're driving down the field, right? The Packers, and they're about to
yeah.
score or something like that. One of the worst times, it was like fourth down. Packers were going for it. Um, they were at the Chiefs 45. Um, he was like, and he goes, "Yeah, well, I mean, you punt this ball, you get to the 15-yard line, you go for it, you turn it over, it's at the 45-yard line. You know, for me, I just don't. I think they're thinking, it doesn't matter because Patrick Mahomes is coming out on the field, and he's going to drive down and score no matter what. He had, he had like three. Okay, at this point, he had scored like no points.
Yeah.
They had like not. They had like 9 points or something like that. I mean, he had done absolutely nothing all game. He's convinced that the second coming of Christ is going to come down and score, guaranteed after not scoring for 3 quarters.
Oh
And
man.
then, of course, they score the Packers on that drive.
Mm-hmm.
He does the same thing later in the game. That's too much time for Patrick Mahomes.
And it was like he was
He threw an
bailed.
interception
Yeah.
that drive after he was talking about that. They're like, you really want to come away with a touchdown here because 3 points just isn't enough. One possession, you got Patrick Mahomes on the other side. It's just not gonna happen, guys. He comes out, he throws a pick.
Well, then on the last drive, right? I didn't watch it, like I said, so I was trying to gather information. They had because people were complaining about no pass interference calls, which one looked like he was definitely pass interference on the Packers.
Okay,
Whatever.
you want to get the rundown?
Yeah, let's hear it. I just know I
Final
know.
drive. Final drive. They're like at their own Chiefs are out there like their own 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes scrambles, is running out to the first down marker, gets laid out.
I saw this.
Roughing or unnecessary roughness.
He was in
Both
bounds.
feet in bounds
And
at
it's
the
his
first down
shoulder.
marker,
He hit his
hitting with
shoulder.
his shoulder. Oh my gosh. That is like ridiculous to
Yeah.
begin with because he's inbounds, which means hit's legal. Two, if you don't want him to hit that, he's at the first down mark. He's fighting for him not to get a first down. What you want him to do is let him get a first down. Ridiculous. So stupid. Okay. That happens. 15 yards. Now they're in scoring position. You already saved their game. Okay. What happens next? Ball gets thrown like three plays later to the sideline. Tackle comes up, grabs him, pushes him backwards towards the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
No running clock. They didn't give him forward progress. They let him go back like 3 yards and then get out of bounds, stop the clock. This is like with 30 seconds left.
Mm.
So at that point, that's like an 8-yard gain. They're rushing up. They have to spike the ball. Okay.
Yeah.
No time runs off. So instead of it being like they have 2 more plays left in the game, there's like 25 seconds and ends up having like 8 more plays in the game. Save them again. The game was like over at that point because he kept him inbounds and pushed him backwards, so it should have ran and been forward progress
Uh-huh.
because he had no forward movement.
Oh.
Sold twice in a row. That is obvious. That is like the most obvious. The sideline thing is like bang bang, terrible call. Maybe they didn't see it. This is something that never gets called incorrectly and is he's moving backwards. The ref is 3 feet away from him.
Yeah, that's bad.
Looking at the play and doesn't call it running clock. Then, like 3 plays later after that, you get the obvious pass interference. Didn't get called. doesn't matter. The
It's a
play
bail.
never
It's
would
a
have
bailout
play
call.
never would have happened
Yeah.
if they weren't put into the position by the refs to win the game again
Yeah.
for the 500th time this season. Okay. And then Chris Collinsworth wants to complain again at the end of the game.
The Hail Mary?
PI on the Hail Mary.
Bro, they don't ever go pass interference on Hail Marys. Ever.
One, Hail Marys are jump balls. There's offense and there's
Everybody.
OPI and DPI all over the place in every Hail Mary. Because that's what it is. You grab and you jump and then nothing happens.
Whoever comes down, it's like all is fair in love and war. Like it's like you're throwing it up.
The whole point is like you're literally you're throwing it up. Whatever happens.
It's like, I mean, if you like do this, like that's probably gonna be called. But like everyone's just.
Which it's Travis Kelce, right? And he's running his route.
He flops. I don't care,
so
man.
Defender pushes him in the back, right? 2 hands. Okay.
Yeah.
He goes forward.
And he falls on him, right?
Back up, and then he falls forward away from the ball.
He didn't even have it. Yeah, he didn't have it.
He moves forward, so he's like this. He's like straight up running, and he goes, and then he falls forward after he regained his balance. It was the most insignificant push ever, and then he flopped, took himself out of the play.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the play, so it doesn't matter.
It was a stupid decision.
Could you imagine if they called pass interference? They got the ball to 1 yard line with no time left. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the game can't end
until defensive penalty. That would be. I wouldn't put it past them, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't pass interference, and it was a good no call.
Yeah.
The funniest thing I've seen about it is people's comments. One, I was surprised how many Kansas City meat writers there are.
It's kind of
that
crazy.
were like, no, it's BI, and then like refusing to talk about the fact that there was 2 terrible calls before.
Yeah, literally.
Which every other person in existence is like hates the Chiefs, and I love it. Everyone hates the Chiefs.
The Chiefs suck, man.
But my favorite comment about the pass interference is, well, the NFL rule states that if the ball is uncatchable, PI doesn't matter. And he was throwing to Marcus Valdes-Scantling. So the ball was never catchable in the first place.
Right.
Because he sucks. He had the one drop, whatever, last week. And so people were saying that even if the ball got to him, it wasn't catchable.
Yeah, no. Did you see another team I just hate? Is obviously the Eagles.
Yeah.
Did you see Nick Sirianni pushed a player, right?
No. Are you talking about the security guard thing?
No. I thought someone.
There's the security guard that head of security got removed from the field, and a Niners player got ejected.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Nick Sirianni. Yeah, because the guy pushed the player, right? Oh.
No.
Oh.
No. Niners fans are complaining. Nothing happened.
Okay. I just saw a photo.
The Eagles dude got wrongly yeah. I mean, people are talking about it. There's videos of it. He basically hit happens on the sideline. Players are chirping. He separates them, right? He says something to the Niners player, which is like questionable. He said, "You're on some BS." Right?
Yeah.
Which is like, why do you say that? But the dude's like in charge of safety for players, coaches, and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So he's separating them. The dude.
Oh, it's that guy?
Throws his hand out, hits him in the face. Player gets ejected. I just don't understand why the security are like, hey dude, keep your cool. Don't incite things like by saying stuff. But he also just broke up. I mean, he just broke up the thing. I get that he said something to him, but
oh, I see. Yeah.
It was very stupid. The dude, I just don't understand it because the security guard got ejected.
Weird.
And I'm like, he's not a player. I'm like, so if you really thought he did something wrong, shouldn't he get fired? Not just and he's also head of security. So what are we just not doing security for the rest of the game? It's like, what are we doing here?
Did you see the last NFL thing that I think is interesting? It's not even interesting. It's quite sad. But the sideline official break his leg. Crazy. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm not it's just they just
wild that it happened.
But then they show him. They just show him on the ground, just his legs twist. Dude, what? Alvin Kamara just After he just broke a guy's leg, man. Like, oh, that sucks.
It does suck. Hey, he's gonna get a lot. He's gonna get some good comp. So good for
He'll
him,
get
dude.
the literal best, like
He's
broken leg, and yeah, set for
he's
life.
gonna get some good workers comp for it, for
Bro,
injury on the job.
dude, he could probably milk it to never work a day in his life. Like, let's be real here.
He probably could get a nice sum.
But yeah, I'm like, I think I have my second favorite team. I think I've picked a second favorite team also.
Who is that?
And obviously they're good, so it's like whatever. But like I'm a Vikings fan. We know this, so it's fine. It's the Jags. I'm gonna support the Jags. I like them.
I like the Jags for the past couple of years, and then the Texans have liked the Texans. I
really like Trevor Lawrence. He's a Christian. I like him. I like Travis Etienne. I like their receiving core. They're like fun and electric. Like I just like, and I'm good with them in Madden. If I'm being honest, I was playing Madden. I went up 35-0 in the second quarter with the Jags. So I was like, this is my team.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think the last bit of
Football
football news kind of revolves around the Texans.
Tank,
One
Tank
sucks
Dell.
for Tank Dell.
That sucks.
Uh,
Because they're good, and
he's
he's great, man. Yeah.
So that really sucks. Season-ending injury. And the other one is regarding C.J. Stroud because it was Mike Lee's Mike Oz. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but he did the prison reform.
Yes.
Which one is like one facts. Okay, prison reform. Like
It's
our
good.
prison system our prison system sucks.
Yeah. It's jacked up.
It's more okay, and it's more messed up in what happens after prison, more so than like getting the right people in prison.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Like it's less about our justice system than it is about like how we treat inmates and actually try to rebuild their lives and rebuild them as people. It's not really about that. They're kind of screwed for life after you go to prison.
Yeah, it's
Because you
hard.
get out, you can't get jobs. So what do? You're going to turn to drugs and different things,
Yeah.
make money. And what's that going to do is you're going to end up back in prison. Some people even go out into the real world and can't even live in the real world and put themselves back in prison
Just to live. Yeah.
just to live, just to be able to survive. And like, so there's stuff that's a great cause. I completely agree with that. Prison reform does need to happen because it's not great. But he also put free pops on his shoes.
Free
Part of his cause.
Free
His
pops.
his dad is in prison for
Oh.
second time. Serving 38 years to life. Because he, what is it? Armed robbery, illegal drug use, grand theft auto, police evasion, and kidnapping.
Ooh. That's a little weird.
And he took a plea deal and pled guilty. So his sentence is reduced. And if he's really like good, like obviously CJ Stroud, I don't think he's an idiot. So it's like maybe, there's not a whole lot to story, but it's like that's a lot of things to get charged with and then plead guilty to like, and maybe he was like, just high and like did a bunch of messed up things while he like all those different things while he was messed up.
Yeah.
Like that's possible, but it's like still wrong. So like you're still gonna go to jail, dude. And it's like if he's really a good person, your dad's like, you changed, right? He's gonna get out on good behavior before his 38 years, and he's gonna be on parole until his 38 years.
Yeah.
So maybe just like
don't write free pops.
Maybe just keep.
I think like the only
your actual criminal dad out of it in his second time in prison in his lifetime.
I think the only redeeming thing would be like people say free this person like it's just like almost like a term of endearment, I guess. Like I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here, like where it's like
exactly. I don't think he's a bad person.
Like a cultural saying, like just like free him. But I mean, like this.
But he did a press conference and he talked about how his dad is serving 38 years to life and these different things. And I don't know exactly what he said about it all, but
kind of sus.
Yeah, it's like weird because it's like you know, yes, prison reform. There's a lot of broken things about prison. Your dad deserves to be in jail though.
your dad committed some crimes,
For the
actually.
second
Second
time.
time.
So, and also, I mean,
Yeah.
let's just look at the facts here, okay? Um, your dad went to jail twice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he got out and went back, dude.
Yeah. That's
uh, if we want to talk about prison reform, your dad went to jail and then got out. Okay, he was already back in society, and he decided to go back in.
with a
Okay,
son that just,
so he's on his second try to stay in prison right now.
yeah,
Maybe hold off on the free pops. Secondly, your dad left your life, and then you went to the NFL. So maybe he wasn't the best father figure to be around if you succeeded so much with him gone, and
yeah.
he's a recurring resident in prison.
Recurring resident.
That's my opinion. It's like
it's a good point. It's a solid.
Maybe bro's in prison because he is a criminal, and
at least according to the law.
And beyond everything else,
yeah,
what actually needs to be reformed about prison, like I said, is what helping people out of prison when they actually do turn their life around in prison and become better people, putting them back into society and letting them. It's hard to let for these people to actually be good people in society when they do turn their lives around.
Yeah.
Which needs to change. But that doesn't apply to your dad either, because when he does get out and he's on parole, he's not going to have to struggle to get a job or do anything.
He doesn't need a job.
Freaking rich.
He doesn't need a job. He just needs to ride your coattails, man. Like,
so, like, just let your dad serve his time.
Set up a prison nonprofit and have your dad run it. If he, reacclimates to the
if he really is a good person, let him do his thing of doing good in prison and be a good person, and he will get out. People get out early on good behavior. That's just a thing. So it's like, if your dad is really a good person, let him be a good person in prison and get out early and be a good person in society and not have to worry about the actual prison reform that needs to happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Good way to put it.
That's my 2 cents. And I've said it, I love CJ Stroud. Like I said, I don't think he's an idiot. So
yeah, probably not. He probably means well, I'm sure.
Exactly. That's my opinion too. So I think he probably does mean well.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great cause. So
yeah. Well, oh yes, I'm trying to transition to trailers. We got some solid ones. We'll start from bottom to top, Micah. Fallout. I think is it a show or a movie?
It said first movie trailer for Fallout in the caption.
Then I'll watch it.
The description.
Sounds good.
It looks good. It's the people who made The Boys also.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't look as insane as The Boys, but like The Boys is really well made.
Yeah, it is definitely well made.
Piece of media. So I think it's gonna be. I actually think it'll be good. And Fallout's super interesting. It has a great fan base, so I think it'll be popular, and I think it has potential to be good.
I've never played it, but it's popular for a reason. But yeah, so I think it could be cool, but it's also like it's made by Amazon, so like they could hit with like The Boys or Invincible, which we need to watch Invincible, or it could be like Rings of Power.
Yeah.
So
which I need to rewatch, and it's not like terrible, but it's like they took a franchise that like you really had to try to like make it not amazing.
Yeah.
And considering all the material that they had to work with and like the characters that everyone loved and all these, yeah. So there's potential for both.
Yeah. New movie, Mark Wahlberg movie called Arthur the King.
Yeah, I was so confused when I looked up Arthur the King trailer, and then I saw Mark Wahlberg, and then I clicked on it, and then I saw a dog, and I was like, "What is happening?"
It's basically about like a backpacking team race type
They're like
thing.
an extreme racing team.
Let's
I
see.
guess that's how I describe it.
Michael Lindnord, the captain of a Swedish. Why is Mark Wahlberg playing a Swedish person as well?
I don't know. They didn't change his voice at all. I didn't know he was Swedish.
I didn't know that either.
You go in the trailer, he just sounds like Mark Wahlberg.
I'm gonna look up who the actual Mike, because this is based on a real story.
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of looks like him, like not really, but like close enough.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg could pass as looking Swedish, but
Anyway, so Mike Lind, the captain of Swedish adventure racing team, met the wounded stray dog during the 400-mile race through the Ecuadorian jungles, first by throwing him a meatball, which led to the dog following the team throughout some of the toughest terrain on the planet. He decided to adopt the dog and bring him back to Sweden. And it's based on a true story.
yeah, it's crazy that the dog followed them that far.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, it just...
Injured also.
Yeah, this movie just feels like a feel-good, kind of like, 3.5 stars if you like it that much, 3 stars based on how quality the movie is. But just, it feels like a good time. It's Mark Wahlberg, who's pretty likable. Simu Liu's in it, and a dog.
And a dog.
And a dog. And what is probably an inspiring story. Like, this is bread and butter, like... Mom would love this movie. That's not a jab at Mom at all.
We call this kind of movie. Let's see, what do we name?
What would we call
this kind of movie? Is like historical Hallmark.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Definitely better than Hallmark.
There's a genre, yeah, but it's like historical Hallmark. So it's
Yeah.
like all feel good, happy, and then it's based on a true story.
What?
So like
what would
McFarland,
Unbroken? Unbroken's like good though. Like it's actually
Unbroken
good.
is good.
Oh, let's see. What is another?
They're usually made by like Disney and things like that.
The Blind Side, Glory Road.
What would be the new Taika Waititi movie if it was not made by him is like that kind of movie. Things about underdogs, like if it's a movie about an underdog sports team, I consider it that.
Okay,
historical Hallmark.
Some of these are like so good. I looked up best based on true story movies, like Rudy.
Yeah, that's a great movie though.
Because these has like the Blind Side. But like The Revenant is amazing. Schindler's List I haven't seen, but amazing,
Yeah, I would say it's not necessarily just based on true story movies.
It's just like the inspiring.
Yeah, I would say the like inspiring based on true story. Good movies.
That's what I looked up.
See, like, let's see. I don't know. They're still putting up.
They're like great movies. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like Soul Surfer. I guess could be.
Yeah, like Soul Surfer. Remember the Titans, but that's still a good movie.
It's a pretty good movie. What's the other one? I don't know. I should just go on Disney Plus. I mean, they're pretty much all on there.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, but anyway, we get what we mean. But it still looks Facing the Giants.
Yeah, Facing the Giants. Facing the Giants is what I was thinking of. The other football movie. Yeah, so stuff like that. Air Bud.
Yeah, based on a true story, Air Bud. Oh, that's great.
Totally.
Oh man. But yeah, so it looks fun. I'll probably watch it maybe in theaters. I don't know. It looks good enough that it wouldn't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I won't watch it in theaters.
The boys in the boat or on the boat. I don't remember exactly. This is George Clooney.
I think In the boat, yeah.
Yeah, George Clooney. So the triumphant underdog story of the University of Washington's men's rowing team, who stunned the world by winning gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics. This looks like an inspiring true story that will be really good, though.
It'll probably be one of the better ones.
Like, this looks good. I think I haven't seen. I don't know if I've ever seen a George Clooney movie. I have not. Directed George Clooney movie. Ocean's 11's George Clooney.
I know.
But Joel Edgerton is in it, and he's great.
Mhm.
So like, I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's cool that it's UW, even though I don't like UW. It's still cool because like I've been to UW. Like, I don't know. It's just cool. It's just a cool story.
Yeah.
Looks inspiring. I like old movies where it's like based in old times. But
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Valid.
And then our next two trailers are the ones we'll talk about probably the most. The next is Godzilla X Kong: A New Empire. What do you think about this?
You already know what I think about this.
I don't know exactly what you think about this. My guess is you think it looks bad.
I have no interest in watching this movie.
Oh, really?
I don't care about Godzilla vs. Kong.
Have you seen that one? Have you seen Godzilla vs. Kong?
Mm-hmm.
What do you rate it?
I don't know what I would rate it. I don't have it rated.
Oh.
There's your answer.
Okay.
I would give it probably I'd probably give it like 2 star.
Wow.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
In the slightest.
I love it. No, I don't love it, but I like it.
You do love it. You give it 4 stars.
I do give it 4 stars. Because there's a guy I follow. His review of it is me simple man, me like big creatures smash big things. That's how I feel.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so do me, but me liked it when they did it the first 50 times.
Anyway, but so Godzilla New Empire, you're not interested at all in it. I'm interested in the fact that I think it looks like a whole lot of fun. They gave Kong the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't even understand that. And Godzilla is Barbenheimer, which is kind of funny. But
yeah,
I just think it looks fun. As literally big creature go boom. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not like I'm gonna talk about another Godzilla movie later, and it just will never be close to that. So, but I think
so this review is what I think about Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, watched by Pauly, 4th of December 2023. Oh my God, who even cares? 1 star. That is my opinion.
I care. That's hilarious. But like, I see it, Pauly. That's great. I think it's great. So it's not great. It's not very good, but I really enjoy it. Anyway, we can move on. I think this trailer is. If you don't think this looks good, I don't know what to tell you. But it is the prequel. Yeah, prequel. Yeah, to Mad Max Fury Road. Furiosa, starring Anya Taylor-Joy as Furiosa, who was played by Charlize Theron in Mad Max Fury Road, and the villain, I think, of this movie is Chris Hemsworth. What do you think about this?
I think it looks awesome.
This definitely looks awesome.
I think this is good action.
Oh, yes. This is like the best action, obviously.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
W movie.
Visually amazing. How is George...
It looks crazy.
It does look crazy. Do you know what's crazy to me? We've talked about this. This movie's being made by George Miller, okay, who made Mad Max Fury Road, who also made Happy Feet.
Hey, Happy Feet bangs, dude.
I hate Happy Feet.
I don't like Happy Feet either. But it took the world by storm, dude.
It did, dude. It was crazy. Jenna
I mean,
loves
it was
that movie.
wildly popular. Didn't it win awards?
Did it really?
Yeah, Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
It won?
Yeah, Best Animated Feature.
What other movies came out? What
I don't
year?
know.
What year was that?
2007.
So Oscars in 2008.
No, wait. Well, won the award in 2007. I don't know when it came out. Probably 2006. Yeah, 2006. So 2006 movies.
2007 Oscars. Okay. The 79th annual Oscars. All right. Where's best animated? Am I stupid? Probably. Animated feature film. Oh. No, this is bad. I hate this. So Happy Feet won. There was only 2 other movies nominated.
Cars.
Cars and Monster House.
Yeah.
Cars should have won.
Yeah, maybe.
That's whatever. Anyway.
Monster House should have won.
Monster House is fire, dude.
Monster House is fire.
But no, Furiosa looks great. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it looks
one
really
of my
good.
most anticipated of the year. For those listening that care, especially those in France and Germany, and Virginia. We will have an episode, a Christmas episode coming out, a regular episode, and then our 2023 wrapped, as well as a 2024 like anticipating type year episode. So should be good in the next couple weeks. But you want to talk about the Boys trailer? What do you think? I didn't watch it. I don't watch the show.
I mean, I watched The Boys. I think The Boys is good. I think it obviously it's very extreme. As a lot of extreme stuff, but I don't know. I don't think it should turn you away. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I don't. It's definitely weird. There's definitely stuff that's uncomfortable. But
for sure.
I don't know. I watched this. And
did you watch Gen V?
I don't know if I'd ever watch it again. I haven't yet. No.
Okay. Because that leads right into the season.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I mean, not just for that reason, but also because it's like a TV show and it's pretty long. So
yeah.
But I watched it in like 3 weeks. I mean, I pretty much binged it.
It was almost a year ago, probably.
Yeah, getting kind of close.
I don't know. It's been a while. I don't know that. So.
And yeah, I mean, it's just really good. I'm sure the next season's gonna be really good too.
Yeah.
The characters are crazy. The characters just awesome, and the concept of it, the fact that making superheroes like these awful people, so refreshing, and it's like such a crazy concept because they're so powerful. So it, like explores the whole thing of like, if these insanely powerful people were just absolute douches, it's like we'd kind of be screwed.
It's true.
Which is like really unique. I don't know, but Homelander is like one of the best characters and castings ever.
Yeah, he's great. Apparently, I mean, I've seen clips, but
Anthony Starr, he deserves all his flowers.
Yeah, for sure. I see. There's in the trailer. It's like some new. I don't like. It's a white chick. She's wearing like USA colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's like people being like on Twitter, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm already in love with her," and then someone's like, she's definitely a racist or like something like that.
No, they already did. I doubt it because they already did that.
Who's the racist?
There's basically well, one kind of. I mean, kind of. He's just not racist. No, he's not racist because he hates everyone equally.
He's just a bad. He's just a bad dude. Yeah.
I mean, he's not really a real person because he's like synthetically made. Basically, he's like created.
Oh, interesting.
Not born. So, yeah, I mean, he thinks humans are pathetic. And,
lovely.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty entertaining to watch.
He's
But
created some of the best
the
meme
one
clips.
before, the one before him, the Homelander before him, the leader of the Seven, like
Uh-huh.
from like World War II, things like that. He's absolutely
You just
racist.
said two really funny. You just said that.
He came back.
You said World War II.
Did I really?
Yeah.
World War II.
He came
World
back.
War II. Yeah, but
Uh,
he came back like he was gone. They thought he died or something like that, but he wasn't dead. He was like in Russia or something, and they broke him out.
hmm.
The boys did. And to like stop Homelander because he's like the only person that's as powerful as him.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, dude's absolutely racist
Lovely.
and sexist, like misogynistic. All
Just the worst dude. Yeah.
just everything.
That's so bad. Oh man. Well, nice. Quick little game.
You said, well, nice.
Yeah, not
He's
that.
the biggest douchebag, racist, misogynist.
Well, I
Hey,
did say,
well, nice.
well, that sucks. And then I said, well, nice.
It's
Okay.
hilarious.
I don't think racism is nice, nor misogyny or anything of that nature. Moving on to something nicer than Homelander and his racist.
Yeah, what if we stuck characters from movies and made them kill each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, happy.
It's a popular franchise. I don't care. All right. We're doing a Hunger Games. We'll just decide together. I have a list of 24 characters that all don't have superpowers. Some are a little bit better and will probably be more likely to win. Instead of just having like everybody from Mickey Mouse, like they all suck, But so we have clear winners, clear losers, and some interesting discussion, I think. So here's their 24 people. And then we'll just whittle. I don't know the right word I'm trying to say. Well, whittle them off. That is right. It just sounds funny.
Sounds like you're saying little.
Yeah, but you whittle. All right.
We'll do a will game here.
A will game. Will Hunger Games. Bluey. Donald Duck. Phineas. Ferb. Kim Possible. Nathan Drake. Peter Pan. Mary Poppins. Popeye. Roadrunner. Bugs Bunny. Scooby-Doo. Dwight K. Schrute. Santa Claus, but the one from Klaus. Walter White. Karate Kid. Napoleon Dynamite. The Grinch. Benjamin Gates. Bobby Lee Swagger, the guy from Shooter. Mickey Mouse. Mulan. Sinbad. And Rango.
Did you write this down on paper?
Yes.
You want to send me a picture of it?
Yes, it is very...
Because I need to know the people alive.
Here, I'll just type it. Be much better. So...
Okay.
Bluey.
Again, we got Bluey.
Donald Duck.
Donald
Duck. Phineas. Ferb. Kim Possible. Nathan Drake. Peter Pan. Mary Poppins. Popeye. Bugs Bunny. Roadrunner. Scooby. Dwight. Klaus. Walter White. And for context, they don't have any of their normal weapons if they have a weapon, but there's like weapons in the middle, just like in Hunger Games.
Karate
Kid. Napoleon Dynamite. The Grinch. Ben Gates. Bob Lee Swagger. What a name, dude. Mickey, Mulan, Sinbad, and Rango. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's immediately just getting sauced on?
Bluey.
uh,
Bluey's gone right at the start. Okay.
I was gonna strike through.
Uh,
I don't know how to do it though.
you gotta do insert or format text right through Alt Shift 5.
Alt Shift 5. Okay. Mickey dead.
Mickey also dead. Yeah. This is all why they're running to the middle or running away. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mary Poppins. She can fly, technically.
She won't have an umbrella.
Oh, that's true. She's
Gotta
dead.
find an umbrella. She's done. She got her. She has no choice but to go to the middle.
Sorry, Mom.
Um,
Donald Duck. How
she's just screwed.
are you thinking with Donald?
Donald, I think, would be scared, so I don't know if he'd go to the middle.
But he's
He
also
might survive the beginning.
He's also a hothead, but he's got to be dying quickly. Do you think he beats Napoleon? Do you think he kills Napoleon Dynamite?
No, I think Napoleon Dynamite survives out of irony.
Okay.
For a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah. Okay.
Walter White. I think Walter White dies.
Yeah, I think he dies too.
Unless we're trying to build a Hunger Games economy off of cooking meth.
Yeah, agreed. I think honestly, I mean, if there's a gun, Bobby Lee Swagger survives a little bit longer, but
I feel like he also has no choice but to go to the middle.
Oh, Bugs Bunny's dead. So is Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo runs, but he dies. Like sometime at one point. The first person he sees die, he gets killed by. Clearly. And Bugs Bunny is yeah. Ben Gates, yeah, he probably dies too, right?
I think we got them, and I think now Napoleon dies.
Okay.
So we got Phineas Ferb, Kim Possible, Nathan Drake, Peter Pan, Popeye, Roadrunner, Dwight, Klaus, Karate Kid, Grinch, Mulan, Sinbad, and Rango. And now I think Phineas dies.
Phineas definitely dies before Ferb. 100%.
Because Phineas is the idea guy. I think that maybe they get separated at some point and he dies.
Dude, I think Ferb kills Phineas, if I'm being honest.
That's possible too. I think if they stick together, they stick together maybe till the end. But
close, but I still think
they might get separated.
I think Karate Kid goes now.
I would agree. I don't know how much kicking there is in the Hunger Games. But,
what do you think about Rango? Or Peter Pan even?
I think Peter Pan and Rango die. Peter Pan can fly, cool, but he's immature.
But I don't think he doesn't get flying in this. Like he doesn't get he's the only person here with actual powers, but he doesn't get the powers because it's no powers.
Okay, well then he probably died a while ago.
Okay, Peter Pan died, and then Rango dies.
Now I think Popeye dies.
But Popeye's the dog, dude.
He's strong, but I don't, dude. Comparatively,
if he just punches one person,
I don't know. He could punch Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake could take about 500 Popeye punches.
That's true. Nathan Drake's insane.
He'll just grunt it off. I know he falls out of planes and stuff. So
I know who I want my top two to be. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not going to say it yet. But I think
know who you want to be the top two. Also, I think I know. I think you want it to be Dwight and
I have a couple options for. I guess there's three I can think of as top three.
I don't know. Roadrunner for me. I don't know how Roadrunner dies.
That's what I think. Like, how does he lose
so fast?
And he has
two traps. You're never gonna trap him.
He also has a what's it called? Toon Force. They call it Toon Force. He's like invincible. He doesn't lose.
Yeah.
You can kill Pop. I think Ferb dies before Popeye.
Okay, I don't know. He's so he'd be the best for using any resource there.
Yeah. Sinbad, maybe? Or Popeye? Sinbad or Popeye?
Popeye. No, well, Sinbad first, but Sinbad then Popeye.
Yeah, then Popeye. So left we have Kim Possible, Nathan Drake, Roadrunner, Dwight, Klaus, and Mulan, and the Grinch.
And the Grinch. The Grinch is now dead.
The Grinch has super strength.
Yeah, but
I don't think the Grinch is a contender here. He should be. Are we talking? Are we talking? Which Grinch are we talking about? The classic story, Jim Carrey.
just the Grinch. I mean, it's just the Grinch in general. Right?
I think if we even it out, I think that's fair. Because if we Jim Carrey, he's top 3. Dude's a dog. But
he's a dog, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Nathan Drake can die. Roadrunner can't die. Maybe top 3. He might be 3.
No, we could kill him. As for
Kim
the ladies,
Possible
Kim Possible
or Mulan. I mean,
yeah, Mulan. Who do you think? I feel like Kim Possible.
I feel like Kim Possible survives longer.
She's a little more crafty. I don't know. Yeah. Mulan did pretend to be a dude for like the whole movie.
Yeah, but maybe they were just like really bad dudes. Ever think of that? Maybe they just really sucked. Maybe they were just not very impressive people.
That's true. I don't know. The Huns, man, they were.
I'm kidding, dude.
What's his name? What's the main Hun's name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I'm gonna say something bad that's gonna sound racist, so I'm not gonna do it.
I think Klaus is out.
Yeah, how big he is can only last so long.
Yeah, I mean he is a good also, but
Sean Yu.
Down on you.
Yeah. We're top. Are we at top? Oh, we have 5.
Top 5.
Who do you think wins?
No hate. I think that Kim Possible gets out here.
I think so too.
I think she takes an L from Nathan Drake, Roadrunner, Dwight, and the Grinch.
Do you know what I think though? Like we've said, Roadrunner is invincible, and Nathan Drake is pretty much. I think Nathan Drake does die, and I think Grinch dies here.
I would agree with that.
But I think there's one person that could somehow beat both of them.
Dwight.
I like it just fits. I don't know.
He does fit the Hunger Games the best. But
he would be the best.
I don't like he'd be the most likely to be in the Hunger Games. Like if the office was like playing like most likely to win the Hunger Games, they'd be like Dwight.
Yeah, it'd be Dwight.
And then they'd cut to like him in the Hunger Games or something, or like him just in the woods at a park in Scranton
prepping
the Hunger Games.
That'd be so good. That'd be
as
great.
The Office characters,
like LARP
went to play the
LARPing.
LARP the Hunger Games.
Oh man, I think.
And then he has like a real gun. He shoots someone in the foot.
Dwight probably does die here, realistically.
Yeah, realistically, he dies. And I honestly think Roadrunner wins.
He has to. He's literally. I think he might be the most invincible character in fiction. Batman.
But also Wile E. Coyote is also invincible.
Yeah, dude doesn't die either, but he loses. So
yeah, exactly.
Batman with prep time or Roadrunner?
I don't think anybody beats Batman with prep time.
It could be Roadrunner. He could be the one guy that does it. Oh man, dude, Roadrunner wins our Hunger Games. That'd be great. But let us know if you like our Hunger Games, or what. I think we should review Letterboxd accounts. I think that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
But all right. Yeah. Move on to what we've been watching. You watched comedy and Christmas, so you want to hit it off first?
Yeah. I started to rewatch Andrew Souls Saves America.
Mm-hmm.
It don't hold up.
No, because it's so
unfunny. I didn't laugh one time for the first episode, and then I just didn't watch the other 3 episodes.
I think it's funny still, but it's so in the moment that it's like
It's completely irrelevant to the moment.
Yeah.
The jokes were only funny because of what was happening.
And Infamous is hilarious.
Infamous is still hilarious. I agree. One of the best.
And he's just funny. He's very good, I think. But
watching Joe Rogan Strange Times was a strange time. Um,
he's a
he's not the
weirdo.
funniest person.
He's a weirdo, dude.
Honestly, he's very entertaining. His podcast,
It's good.
he's very entertaining to talk, like to listen to talk.
Yeah.
I just don't think he was meant to be a comic
But
in that regard, like stand up.
Yeah.
Some of the things he said was funny. Some of the things was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is not funny. This is just something.
Yeah, right.
That's happening on my screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was not good. Let me see. I started a letterbox list for comedy specials.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Don't look at it. There's spoilers.
There's spoilers.
It's ranked.
Oh.
Yeah, see, like it has a 3.3 average rating. I give it a 3-star. There's some redeeming things, but not the greatest. I gave Andrew I gave Schultz Saves America 2.5.
Yeah, I gave it 2.5.
I think you gave it 2.5 also. Yeah. I watched White Christmas, like I said last night. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Home Alone.
Classic.
And then I watched Mike Birbiglia, Old Man in the Pool.
I've seen on Netflix. It like keeps popping up when I turn on Netflix.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him. He's kind of old. He's like 45, 50.
Uh-huh.
Like that.
Yeah.
It is the best comedy special ever.
Really? Why is it so good?
One, it's not very standard. He told a whole story the entire time. It was like this one cohesive thing that he was talking about.
Yeah.
Which
impressive.
Hear that, but mom's clapping extremely loud for some reason. Probably one of the dogs.
I didn't hear it. Shout out to Discord. Sponsor us. In our 8% German audience.
But he like was talking about visiting the doctor or something like that. I can't remember where it started, but he was talking about visiting his doctor visit, and then he got like diagnosed with like diabetes, things like that. But then he was like talking about he was going through his doctor visit, and then he'd be like, so she was telling me, or he was telling me, blah blah, like exercise. I need you to run 5 days a week. He's like, I'm not gonna run 5 days a week. And he goes, I don't even think athletes run 5 days a week. And then she goes, athletes run 5 days a week. And then he goes into like progresses like a little bit, and then he goes into a backstory. He's like talking. She's like, did you ever play sports? And he's like, then he goes on this joke tangent about wrestling and does a whole bit on wrestling. Hilarious. Like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And then he goes, so that's what I told my doctor. And we agreed to disagree. And then he continues the story, and he does the same thing. He's like jumping back and forward in time, and he's all these different things. And then, so it's like the most cohesive, hilarious comedy special I've ever watched.
Yeah.
To start with, dude was hilarious. And then on top of that, he told like he had a bunch of like deep messages and serious conversations that he talked about and different things. It was the most this comedy special had the most depth I'd ever seen in a comedy special. I mean, it has a almost 4.0, I think, on Letterboxd. 3.9.
Oh wow. I've seen there's one other person that I follow that's watched it, and he's like, this was good.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty wild. I didn't know who he was. I was shocked and so captivated the entire time I watched it.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. Nice. That's super cool. Sounds. Yeah. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, you need to. I mean, it's comedy special, so it's really easy to watch. Very short, and then it's like, yeah, it's got the most substance I've ever seen in a comedy special.
Oh, did you text Happy Juice if they were gonna have more of the other cup in stock?
No, mom did, but they are.
They are okay. Yeah, I went and got them, and they were like, "We're out of this one."
Did you get mine?
Huh?
They set aside 2 for me.
Oh, they did. No,
So I didn't know if they. I didn't know if I didn't tell you, but I didn't know if they remembered you when you went. So I didn't know you were going.
It was a different girl working. She was really, really sweet, but I was like, she's like, "Yeah, we're so like, do you want the?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So it was the Holly Jolly juice, and um, then I was just talking to her, and I was like, "So these are popular, hey?" And like, yeah, I love them. They're super cool. It's my favorite design that we've ever gotten. I was like, "My brother is the designer of them." He's like, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Wow, that's so cool. Has he ever done like custom stuff for you, like T-shirts?" I'm like, "Not T-shirts, but like he's done, posters and other things." That must be so nice. I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty nice."
You tell her I made like what? Made like 140 podcast covers.
I don't think I said podcast because that's such a, I don't know. I said you've made posters that I have in my room, like movie posters. And
I know,
then
but because she was talking. Oh, that must be so nice. And it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
it is.
I get logos and podcast covers and.
It is true. It was
Yeah, that's
the
funny.
yeah, but so it's nice people are buying yours. But the other funny thing, I was talking to Brian and Kayla about it. I told them about it before it came out and it was news because it's they weren't going to say anything. But I showed them, and Kayla goes, "I swear to you," because apparently they reached out to Kayla. Happy Juice did, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to design something for us?" Because she's been doing like her stuff, the bee's knees, but she just uses Canva. She doesn't draw or like do anything custom. And so she's not gonna. I'm not like trying to roast her. Her stuff's cool. What she does is fun, and I like her, shirt, sticker, all that. And she goes, "I'm honored, but just have Micah do it," is what she said. Told them, which is cool. That's nice. That's really sweet. But she goes, I was telling Brighton like they should do one that says Holly Jolly Juice. Like she just was thinking about that apparently. And Brighton's like, that sucks. And then I showed Brighton and he goes, "Oh, Holly Jolly Juice, that's so cool." And Kayla's like, "You
Exposed.
She's like, "Seriously? Just when Micah does it, it's cool, but when I do it, it's dumb." I'm like, that's so funny.
That's
Literally
hilarious.
hilarious. But yeah. So we were talking. I was talking to Kayla about it and Brighton, but we are like, they just need to do an exclusive deal together where you just design every month. But are you doing that? Are
I have a call with them tonight.
are you being paid? That's a W. How much are they going to pay you?
I don't know, I'm calling them tonight. We're
Oh,
figuring it out. But yeah, I don't know what else they want me to do or if they want me to do anything else. But yeah, they're talking about having an indefinite contract to
that's
keep
sick.
doing them.
That's sick. We just full of good ideas that are you're just already business moves you already are making. That's so cool. That's sweet.
Yep.
I mean, people love your. I mean, that's gotta feel good for you personally. But
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. I'll have to tell them that. But yeah, so nice. I also was gonna. I forgot to. I'm obviously wearing headphones now, which you notice.
Yep.
They're not Beats.
Nope.
No, but they work. They were $20 on Amazon, and they look like Beats. So
They do. They look similar.
they're a little bit more like not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care. So, move on to what I've been watching. I watched 2 episodes of Love at First Kiss because Cody co-reacted to them. Do you remember the guy? Yeah, you've probably seen him. The guy who couldn't kiss. His name's Josh or something like that.
Yeah.
So
That went viral.
I watched that, and then I watched him propose to his girlfriend. And it was the most awkward thing in the world, but it was hilarious. Oh my goodness, funny.
Cody reacts is hilarious. His reactions are hilarious.
I watch his videos now. There's like all his watching the button and the Jubilee stuff and the cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched him watch the Kid LeRoy's button.
That was so weird.
Which was so funny. He's a funny. He's a kid. for sure.
He is.
His whole go-kart thing was hilarious every time. Two
Do you like
go-karts.
go-karts?
I was like, what the heck, dude?
Oh, he's definitely 20 years
But
old.
but then dude, it was funny because when he got asked what his favorites, and it was funny also because he was like, it made me like him because he was very humble. He
He
was like,
was. He was not.
they had to be like, oh, what do you do for work? He's like, oh, and
I
he
make
still would
music.
not be like,
He
I'm
said,
Kidler. He'd be like, I'm
I'm
kind of an artist. I make music. And they're
professionally.
like, yeah, and then they're like, oh, that's cool, or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
then they're like, uh, like they'd be like, oh, how good are you? And he'd be like, I mean, I think I'm all right.
Yeah. Or like
And then
when
he's getting millions of streams. He's like selling out shows. I think I'm all right. I guess I don't know.
which was like, what's your favorite song? And Cody Co pauses. He's like, probably the one with Justin Bieber with 3 billion streams.
Yeah. What's your best song? Yeah. No, but then they asked him what his favorite song was,
Yeah.
and it's Zach Bryan's Sarah's Place.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
Currently.
two of the most famous artists in the world right now, Zach Bryan and Noah Khan. So like it makes sense. But I was like, nice.
I was like, good taste though.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and I kind of feel like, bro, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't even like necessarily he's good at making the genre he's in, but he doesn't even necessarily like, in terms of rap, I should say, what he started in, which is rapping.
yeah, he's much
I
better.
feel like because he's very like he dresses and his whole like thing is very like punk rock kind of guy,
Yeah.
like alternative. Kind of reminds me of like the way he dresses and stuff, like Dominic Fike.
Uh huh.
Um, and he kind of explores making different music, but
Yeah.
he, yeah. So I
He's
mean,
good.
it was interesting for him to say that. It was like, oh yeah, Noah Khan, Zach Bryan.
Oh.
I was like, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, it's hilarious. And I watched the one yesterday of the X's one.
Dude. Oh my gosh. That is painful, dude.
He'd pause. They would ask the question, and then he'd pause. And he'd go, "This is gonna be so awful."
My favorite is
hilarious.
when he, I mean, I don't know if you've seen enough of his videos, but sometimes when he stands up and walks around and his editor makes him really short, I always really die laughing with
Editors, dude, editors have so much power. If you have a good editor, oh my gosh, videos get hilarious. Like stuff like that, like just trolling the YouTuber, like making him short. That's hilarious.
I also watch MMG. I've been watching Madden videos like crazy, dude.
Yeah.
We're having a youth group Madden day this Saturday.
Oh, nice.
We're bringing a PS5 and we're gonna play Madden for a few hours.
That's fun.
Yeah, but all that from Love at First Kiss. But I mean that boy Josh, dude, I couldn't believe the way he was describing the kiss, and she was like, it felt like a fairy tale. This is crazy. But I'm happy for him. I watched Stand By Me again. Yeah, I just turned it on last night. Not last night, the night before, Saturday night. I watched Home Alone 2 with Jenna. It's great. It's hilarious. The whole the brick sequence is just so funny when they keep throwing the bricks down. I watched the Guardians Holiday Special because Jenna had never seen it. Weird.
Me too.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Really?
Really?
I feel like weird. You should watch it. What the heck? It's like 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
I know.
It's so much fun. There's like a moment in it. I mean, maybe you read my review of it, so maybe it's spoiled, but it's great. There's a moment with Rocket that I love. But watch White Christmas. I think it's so good. Like I've matured clearly because I just love it. It's like it's obviously less Christmassy than other Christmas movies. But the whole plot revolves around this final thing for Christmas. But I mean, the singing's great, the musical number's great, and like Bing Crosby and the other guy singing "Sisters" is so funny. Mm-hmm. Like I get it. Like Mom just dies laughing every time she I mean, you guys watched it last night. I'm sure she was cracking up. But
no, I don't think so because I don't think we watched that part because we had an issue with the tree. It was like moving around, and so we ended up taking apart the whole tree with with a bunch of ornaments on it. So it's this whole thing of like holding all the pieces and everything.
That's funny.
Trying because Dad forgot to screw something in,
Oh.
but then it ended up not mattering at all, and it's still tilted around. Sad.
Yeah. I saw a letterbox review though of White Christmas that was like Bing Crosby and this guy singing sisters invented comedy, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty dang. It's really funny. I watched We Bought a Zoo. Comfort. It's Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson just being like wholesome. So like, how can you not like it? I watched it while I planned that. It was like so. I was sitting like this with my keyboard like closer to me, and I was planning the vacation while I watched We Bought a Zoo. So,
nice.
I watched Pacific Rim. Movie bangs, dude. I love it. I watched Godzilla vs. Kong. Like I said, it's just fun. I don't think it's as fun as Pacific Rim. I think Pacific Rim is like infinitely better. Do you like Pacific Rim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's an example of like a good action turn off your brain movie for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched Leo, the Adam Sandler movie. Really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
Can't believe you looked at it and said, "Yeah, I should watch this."
Some people liked it. I was like, really? And so I turned it on. And I was like, oh no. Yeah, it was really weird. I watched Freelance with John Cena. Also not very good. I don't know. I watched Family Switch, which you would think would be the worst movie of the year. Based on like what it's about in the cast. It was fun. Like it was actually like kind of decent. Like Ed Helms and Jennifer Gardner, I think. Garner. But I had a good time. It was a fun concept, and it was funny. There's some good laughs. So and then I did see Dream Scenario, which I know you really want to see. With Nick Cage. It was good. I wouldn't say it's like great. It's like the top near the top of like my 4-star for the year. Like so it's like very, very like it's if I were to look at like my list, let's see. I've seen a lot, obviously, but like it's right around like The Killer, and it's like below Ninja Turtles, you know. So it's like sitting at like 21 on the year. And not if you count like the 2 short films from Wes Anderson, it's like 20 or 19. So it's like it's really good though. I think this the concept's obviously super interesting. It's like it's kind of suspenseful a little bit. Obviously, like he turns into like a nightmare for kind of everybody. Like the whole plot is like that's why people hate him because he's like a good dream, then it's like a bad dream, and he's always there. Really weird scene where it's like he like sexual, like nothing happens, but like one of the girl's dreams is like she has sex with him, which was weird. And so she wanted him to recreate the dream, and they didn't show anything. It wasn't like there's no nudity, nothing like that, but it was like he was like freaking out. I mean, Nicolas Cage did a good job, but it was just a little weird. But I will say the movie goes down for me considering I heard who was going to be working on it and starring in it. It was originally going to be directed by Ari Aster with Adam Sandler starring. Which I feel like would be a lot better. It was still good. Like I said, I still enjoyed it. But Nicolas Cage, while I think he's a decent actor, I think Adam Sandler is much better and still fits the weirdness role. And Ari Aster's obviously, despite him making some things that I don't like, very good. So, but yeah, Dream Scenario, good. You'll like it when you watch it. Godzilla -1. Incredible. I mean, like, we'll talk about this in a couple weeks. I'll spoil it a little bit. It's my number 3 movie of the year. Like, it's the only movie, it's the highest rated movie I have that's like, I don't consider perfect. Like Spider-Verse and Oppenheimer are perfect, you know? Because because I've seen the original Godzilla, which I've talked about. I told you is really, really good. I think you should watch it because it's more about the people. It's more about, the trauma and war and, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this was just like that, except this was about war, about trauma, but it was the storyline of the main character was about human life and the meaning of life and purpose and living. And I mean, I cried. Like the ending, like I cried. Which this also has the best Godzilla stuff I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, a lot of it's about the humanness. A lot of it, the ending. I don't want to spoil anything because I seriously think you should watch it. I think everybody. It's rated PG-13. Like, as long as you don't mind watching a movie that you have to watch in subtitles, like, please watch this movie. But like Godzilla is sick. Like, I mean, sick. Like, so cool. And it's destructive. And I mean, it was in the CGI. I remember when we talked about the trailer, you thought like the CGI looked a little like it's a little. Not even little. It's like it looks great. Like it doesn't look like the Godzilla vs Kong because they have like billions of dollars. But it still looks amazing. The scene where his like spikes go up and it was crazy. And the ending has a little bit of a twist that is part of the reason I cried. Like I was not expecting, and then like it all like and it hit me, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Yeah, it's just it's just so good. Like I could not, because it does what 1954 Godzilla did with like it being Godzilla is a movie not about Godzilla, it's a movie about people, which most modern Godzilla movies are about. Oh, big monster, go boom, right? Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And this was about people. It has main character. The main character is the voice of the guy in Your Name, by the way. So he's great. And there's the everything. Like the story's so good. But then it also has Godzilla being insane. Like I'm blown away. Like completely blown away by the movie. I have an IMAX. I got an IMAX poster, which is sick. The ending, dude, it's so good. If you could convince Dad to like go with you to like watch it, I don't know if he would, because it's in a different language.
Yeah,
what a butthead. Just I cannot stop thinking about it the last like week, or not week, like 4 days, but still.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you say when you complain about Godzilla movies, though. It's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, highly. I mean, I could not recommend a movie more. In terms of like most surprising, most it's like that and The Holdovers are like two of the ones this year that I just like blew my mind. So,
and I want to see The Holdovers so bad.
It's on.
But I knew it was gonna be amazing.
It's on a website that you can watch it on.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's not sketchy in my opinion. But, dude, it's so. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna beat a dead horse because of how good this movie was. And it'll probably come to streaming quickly.
Probably.
I might buy it, like, because it's so good. But you know what the budget is? This is the craziest thing. The budget's $15 million.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it looked. Oh, jeez. Anyway, I could literally. I'm gonna be annoying if I keep talking about it. But movie of the week, May December. This is. Should I read this? I probably should read the synopsis.
Yeah, sure.
So directed by Todd Haynes, starring Natalie Portman, Charles Melton, and Julianne Moore. 20 years after their notorious tabloid romance script The Nation, a married couple buckles under the pressure when an actress arrives to do research for a film about their past. Yeah. What did you think about this?
Oh, it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, creating the feeling of uneasiness the entire movie.
Like none other, dude.
And I mean, they were successful in creating the unease for the entire, like literally the entirety of the film. But they also were successful in creating the uncertainty of the entire film.
Yeah.
Like you really didn't, I had really didn't have like any idea what the next like revelation was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty crazy, and you
Yeah, it
didn't know
was.
any. You didn't know what was true. You didn't know. I mean, they kept you in the dark on like so many different things, and then like stuff was like revealed to you slowly, and you were like suspecting that things were happening, and like it was
Mm-hmm.
just really good.
Yeah, it was. It was very good. This is a movie that, I mean, it's rated R, so of course I don't recommend to students. Please do not watch. But in terms of
Yeah,
like,
Charles Melton's booty was in it.
yeah, it was. He is so good.
He killed it, dude.
He
He's like outstanding.
like the scene on the roof with his son. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Just
but then like just the entire thing. I mean, you knew that there was like, so okay. First of all, spoilers now.
yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers because it just came out, so
Yeah,
spoilers. You should watch it. Uh,
unless you're under the age of
if you're
18.
of age.
Yes, exactly. Yep. All right.
Um, he he did such a good job of like in in the way he acted was like even in the beginning when he was like a normal adult,
Yeah.
36-year-old man. It was like this thing where it was like almost like he did a good job of acting like he was a traumatic like child-minded person that was pretending to be an adult. Like from the
Yes.
very beginning.
A
It
child
was
who
like
he's an
like
adult who
what he thinks that like what a child thinks an adult does and is and
because
things
his
like that.
innocence was taken away as a child.
Yes.
Because the premise is basically she was, I mean, older, like
She was
30,
36.
and he was 12 or 13, no, 11,
Yeah, something
11.
like that. Seventh grade, 12, I think.
Yeah,
13. No,
12.
13.
Yeah,
13.
yeah.
13.
Because there's a scene where she was, oh my gosh, Julianne Moore. I'm not a big fan of Julianne Moore, but she was like, there was little I mean, part of it's the script, where she was like, you seduced me.
Oh man.
Wild.
Their whole dynamic of like
He was like,
the
I was
entire time it was like this mother-son dynamic thing where it was like she was like in charge of him the whole time. Like from the very beginning.
yeah.
It's like knew that she was like the dominant person in the relationship and like he was still very childish and yeah, so I had this like these little drops of things the entire movie, but never like really giving it to you, and then they started like slowly unveiling it in different ways. Oh my gosh, it was such a well crafted movie.
Yes. Like,
And the part where he finally like broke or whatever and like gave her the letter and then went back and then was like, what if I was too young?
uh-huh.
What then? Like we have kids, like they're going to college. Like what then? What if I was too young? And then that's when the thing you talked about happened where she was like, you seduced me.
Yeah, it was crazy. Um,
And then the monologue. Crazy. That was fire. Natalie
uh,
Portman's monologue, doing her voice
when it was
and
just,
reading the
oh
letter.
my gosh, dude. She's so good.
It was crazy.
Like, I could not believe that. Um, Natalie Portman was, I mean, masterclass in acting. Like, just incredible. Like,
But
Charles,
I mean, the three of them were crazy, and then Charles Mountain was like
yeah.
way up here, like insanity in terms of how good
Yes.
he was. And then Natalie Portman was just like incredible too. And then
It's one of her best performances in a while.
yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly everything she's been in, but I'd say the last thing maybe was Black
She
Swan.
won an Oscar for Black Swan, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so 2010. That's a while ago. And then obviously she was, she's been in good movies, but
Yeah.
just not like this, not in these kind of roles.
The part
impressive.
that the script was going around, like Netflix posted about the script, and the scene at the very beginning, right, where I'll just read it and you'll know. But then suddenly a dark cloud overtakes Gracie's expression, like something very terrible has just occurred to her. She goes, "I don't think we have enough hot dogs." And then the script, Joe mans the grill. There are so many hot dogs. And that just sets the tone for the entire
But
thing.
yeah, I saw a review about it. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, it is so actually wild. I just didn't even honestly. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to do other than to just like stare intently at the movie and let it happen
Yeah,
because it was that good.
it was so interesting.
And this review is funny though. Natalie using her most special power, parentheses doing a voice.
Oh, I mean, she's great at it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you can change images on Letterboxd of people.
Weird.
That's great. That's so funny. Yeah, this movie was, I mean, very, very good. Where do you think you'll land? Um,
Oh, dude, it's hard. Somewhere between 4.5 and 5.
I
I
think
just don't know what was wrong with it, but so I think it could be a 5 star, but I'll sit on it, you know?
I'm probably gonna go 4.5. Just I think that's based on like what I've seen and where I have certain things. But it's definitely up there. Um, like I don't think it's better than The Creator or Anatomy of a Fall, which I have at 4.5. My voice is correct. One of my 12.
Yeah, it did.
Um, but like it might be better than Air. Have you seen Air yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I always forget.
I think it was better than Air. But
Air's
in my
more
opinion, I think it was better than Air by quite a bit.
Air's more fun, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
More fun, but like more fun in terms of what it's about. But I feel
Yeah.
like this one was more fun to like I was like into it, dude.
Yeah, it was very much like. Did you watch it last night?
I watched it this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just crazy. Like, what blows my mind? Obviously, we know Natalie Portman is great, and we know Julianne Moore is like great. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and she's in some funny stuff, but but Charles Melton, man, like he was in like Riverdale.
Yeah,
Like that's what he's known for is like Riverdale.
I know. But he
And
killed it. He is so good.
he might, dude. He should probably gets
An
uh,
Oscar.
at least nominated. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if like RDJ was incredible, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, but can't he not get nominated?
Why?
Because for the diversity rules for the Oscars?
No, he can get nominated because
It
Oppenheimer.
just can't the movie just can't get nominated?
No, it can all. There's something I don't know what it is, but it can get nominated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it can, which would be so stupid. Imagine if Oppenheimer couldn't get nominated. That's wild. No, it can get nominated. I'm almost positive.
Yeah. But Natalie Portman's this is just what grown-ups do line was also nuts, dude.
Dude.
I think I actually let out a noise out loud. I think I
Yeah,
actually
I was like, yeah, no, it can get nominated. I don't know what the rule is, but it can get nominated. But yeah, no, that line, like so many lines were like, holy crap, they really just said that.
I know, I just don't.
I was,
This movie is just crazy.
I was shocked. Oh, I have a question for you that has nothing to do with anything that we were saying.
Okay.
If Mr. Biss gave you $10,000 a day to stay in a grocery store, are you staying 50 days?
I don't think so.
You don't think
I
so?
think I think Bro is exactly who everyone is. I think that was the first person that they picked the dude that would do that was the realistic outcome. He lasted a long time. He lasted
He,
over a month in a grocery store alone.
he lasted 40 something days, right? 40 days?
Yeah,
45? 45?
44, 45, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's realistic. Because they did stuff to him. They turned off the lights, like all these different things. And then he flooded. I mean, he flooded it, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
I think at the end
Because,
of the day, what he did, it's very accurate. Yeah, it's an unlimited money glitch, right?
but
But you don't get to spend any of the money that you have while you're in there.
until, yeah.
And he's like, and he broke it down. He's like, anything I ever want to do, I could do it with $500,000.
Elijah's in the back behind you, outside. Not like doing anything, but or doing something.
I thought I saw him in the reflection.
Yeah. So no, yeah, like, and the thing you have to like give $10,000 away or whatever, or 10,000. Yeah,
He has
10,000.
to $10,000 in product to get his $10,000.
That's crazy. You don't realize how much product is in a store.
I was like, holy, that's crazy. He's never gonna last a long time.
And then he's like
It's all gonna
45,
be gone. And then he's
45
like
days in. Yeah.
And he had like 9 carts of 10,000. Like he had 9 days of like $10,000 worth of merchandise ready to go.
If he would have lasted a lot longer if he didn't break the pool. That kind of defeated
I
him,
think
man.
so. Yeah, I think so also.
Everything flooded. And also, the money's not real money there. Like, that's all fake money.
Yeah.
Like, do people not know that?
I don't know.
Mr. Beast has said that it's not real money because you can't just
It can't be real money.
No.
He has to have that much money
That's
out in the world.
Yeah, no. That's, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's crazy. But I don't think I'd last that long.
nah.
50 days. I mean,
I
I
feel
think I'd
like
last what he did. I mean, I feel like that's, like I said, I think that's a realistic amount.
if I was like at 30 days, if I made it a month, I'd probably bail. Be like, all right, I'm good.
Oh, I found I think this is a review or this is a different one, but it's still about it. It said, when there is a dramatic piano music needle drop followed by the line, "We need more hot dogs," I knew I was in for a wild ride.
That's very true. A wild ride indeed, man. Like, absolutely bonkers movie.
Yeah, but dude, I still think that the one scene, that whole like sequence at the end of the movie is masterclass, like perfect, literally like perfect movie for like 30 minutes towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
When it goes from like when they all start cracking and like yeah, it includes like the roof scene, it includes the Natalie Portman and his, that scene. It
Yeah.
includes then when he goes back after that scene and like him like talking and he's stuttering. Like you can tell he's talking to like, it's like what a kid does when he thinks he's in trouble. He's like talking. He doesn't want to speak up because he doesn't think that he has
Yeah.
power. Like he's talking to the authority and he has no
Uh-huh.
power. So he's like stuttering and he's like maybe we haven't talked about things in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe ever.
Yeah.
He's like wants to say it, but he doesn't want to make her mad.
Because he's like a kid that got his innocence taken away from a predator.
And yeah, and then she goes, "What?" And she like calls him over, and then he walks over like this, and he sits down on the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Like this little kid going to his mom.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, nuts.
In a world where his son is more mature than he is, because his son had a normal childhood.
Yeah, the whole dynamic is just like crazy.
Normal
in
a sense.
Yeah, in a sense.
His mom and dad are weirdly aged, obviously, but
he was raised by fake normal people. Like there's technically the kids were raised by normal people because
he wasn't groomed by a 36-year-old at 12.
Yes.
So yeah, crazy. What a crazy movie, man. Exciting. I'm
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. I mean, in as much as you can enjoy a movie about a uncomfortable situation and a predator. And dude, the final scene with Natalie Portman and the kid, oh my gosh, that had me uncomfortable. But then it made everything so real.
Yeah.
Oh,
People were saying, okay, now I need a sequel called what was it, June January, where it's just the actual movie that Natalie Portman's character films.
that'd actually be kind of crazy, man. Why is it called May December?
I have no idea.
Like it doesn't make like.
I didn't find anything that made that make sense.
Why is it called May December? May December is a term for a relationship between someone younger and someone much older. Did not know that. Well, there you go. That was easy. Glad it's not complicated. Very nice.
Yeah. Very good. Well, been a good episode.
Been a long one.
Definitely need to go eat.
I'm so unbelievably hungry.
So, wrap it up really quick. Thank y'all for listening, watching wherever you are. As in, that usually means like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, but I guess now it means France, Germany, and the US.
Virginia specifically.
And Virginia. Yeah. Yeah, so specifically for you guys, life's tough. Get a helmet.